Inside Hockey for Desks Plus, shape your office, shape your future, plus opening your imagination to office space. New creative showrooms at 166 Bunting Road, St. Catharines, deskplus.com. In the building tonight, we have got, we got the big wigs. We got the president of the Calgary Flames, Brian Burke, is with us. Craig Conroy, Calgary Flames veteran, and now the Calgary Flames, exactly what?
I'm special assistant to Brian, I guess, so I do whatever Brian tells me.
So you're learning on the job as you go, basically? Is there any better way to learn?
No, it's great. I mean, Brian's been unbelievable. He's given me a lot of responsibility, and, you know, it's just, it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun, too.
Craig, let's go do a little history. You were smiling when you came in this building, looking around, just kind of loving what we've got going here. Where did you play your junior hockey?
You know what? I played in college. I went to Northwood. It was a prep school in Lake Placid, and then I played at Clarkson University. So for me to go around, I remember going up and watching the Ottawa 67s and, you know, to see all that, but I never got to play. So now I go to all these rinks, and this is probably the one with the most character for me. I know you're not going to be here for long, but I walked in, I talked to Tommy Webster, and he played here, and he said, Craig, it's a great rink, you're going to enjoy it. So I've been here, this is my third game now this year.
Craig Conroy is with us. Now, one thing about the Ice Dogs, target-rich environment, a lot of players that are coming up for draft eligibility. How much has it changed since the day when, you know, you ended up going to the NHL?
Well, you know, it's amazing how, you know, with the internet, everybody just knows everybody. I mean, there's really no secrets out there. We have our scouts all over, and you know, once there isn't many surprises. When you're at the draft table, you usually know probably every player that gets drafted. You might like them, you might not like them, but, you know, it's fun. And you know, right here in Niagara, you guys have some good players, so it's exciting for us to come and be able to watch. And, you know, I wanted Brian to come here and just see. He asked me where we could go, and I said we need to go to Niagara.
Now, how much has it changed from the standpoint I know now? You do psychological testing. These guys get interviewed. So much is done in character. Did you have to go through that?
No, you know what? I just got, I remember I didn't even go to the draft. Montreal drafted me, and I remember just getting a phone call, and they said, where do you want to send your stuff? So until my first year in college, I didn't even talk to anybody. I just kind of went and did it, but now there's so much, you know, with the combine. You know, we want to know what kind of person he is, what kind of person you're going to invest a lot of money in these young kids, and you want to have a real good solid base to where you're coming from.
Craig Conroy is with us. What a crapshoot, though, because I've talked to people since I've been doing this now going on 7 years, and I asked, what's it like minor midget to junior? The jump is unbelievable. I've talked to people like you. So what's it like going from junior to the pros? They said, that jump is ridiculous. How can you know if that player's prepared? You
know, it's hard. I mean, it really is. You know, you're trying to... The one thing with our scouts, we have some scouts that have been around a long time, so they can see different players. And, you know, I always ask them questions like, how do you compare this guy to, say, you know, if it was a Chris Pronger defenseman, how did this guy compare to this? So you kind of go back and forth like that. But there's no surefire way. I mean, you really... you know, you got to just go with a gut instinct sometime and say, hey, you know, we feel he's got all the tools, his personality, and this is what we're looking for in a player. So, and then you just pick them come draft day, and then that's when it really starts. I mean, getting drafted is one thing. It's getting to play in the NHL. You know, there's definitely usually a little bit of a timeline and a lot of work by us and the young man in doing it.
Craig, we've had players come in now from Indiana, from Illinois. We're getting them from New York, of course, all over Ontario. The routes are all different. So I got to know, how did a guy who goes the college route end up in my hometown of Montreal only to end up being a Calgary Flames legend?
It's amazing. You know, I would have never thought... I never thought I was going to get drafted. So to get drafted by Montreal is my favorite team growing up in Potsdam, New York. It's about a two-hour ride for me. So that's what I got. Hockey Night Canada was Montreal. And then, that was a dream come true to play in the old Montreal Forum and to be a part of that. But I never thought in my wildest dreams I'd ever play in the NHL. So to play 1,000 games, St. Louis, Montreal, then up to Calgary, LA, and back to Calgary. It was a dream come true. And now here I am, I'm looking for the next group of
Craig Conroy.
Well, no, I know they're going to be better than me. So, I felt if I'm looking for a third line guy, but we're always looking for those high end scoring guys. So it's just great to be able to go out and see these young kids, and boy, they're way ahead of me at the same age.
Craig Conroy is with us, a special assistant to Brian Burke. Are you going to end up maybe, I don't know, a counselor to these young guys saying, hey, listen, this is what you're going to run into when you try to make this jump?
You know what? You are, because, I've been there. I've done all of it. I mean, I played 3 years in the minors in Fredericton, and I know what it's like. It's a long road. And, I always tell people, if you go and play in the American League is unbelievably. It's just one step below the NHL, but it is a big step to the NHL. But, you're going to have some bumps in the road, and you just got to be prepared. I mean, a few guys, like when I played with Jerome, he didn't know what it was like to go to the minors and sit on the bus. And, but he said, I did that all in Kamloops. But it is definitely, it's hard. From the time you get drafted to the time you get to play in the NHL, there's a lot of ups and downs, and you just got to be ready to go through those.
Does a player like you appreciate it more because you're not the third or fourth guy selected, you don't have the golden spoon in your mouth, you're not jumping from junior to the pros?
Well, that's what I always say. Once you get drafted, that's the first part. Whether you're the first pick or you're the last pick, like now you got to prove yourself, and that's what I tell the guys. And there might be some hard times, but for me, it's those guys that are willing to do the work. If you're a sixth rounder and you become the best player in our draft, that's what it's all about. I mean, you had the heart and the desire, and that's what we need. Just because you're picked first, you might be the best player right now, but this thing is a marathon.
I know you're not from New Brunswick. I spent a year and a half there, and everybody there pronounces it Fredericton. So when you got the ER, I know you could have been there. Listen, Craig Conroy, enjoy your visit, and thanks for the time and the great information. Before I let you go, any young guy listening, if you had to give him one piece of advice, if that's his dream, what is it?
It's have fun and work hard. I mean, that's really what I tell them. You got to enjoy it first of all, and then you got to be willing to put in the hard work, because it's not, you can't just do something for a week. This is a huge commitment, but you want to have fun when you're doing it.
I'm having fun doing this. Craig Conroy. I get to talk to people like this. NHLer with the Calgary Flames, special assistant to Brian Burke. Inside Hockey for Desks Plus. Shape your office, shape your future. The Plus, opening your imagination to office space. New creative showrooms at 166 Bunting Road, St. Catharines. DeskPlus.com. Window on the O is next on 610 CKTB.
Your home for Niagara Ice Dogs hockey action. Welcome to the pregame show. Only on the one voice for Niagara. News Talk 610 CKTB.
Hey, welcome to a Thursday night. It would be just like any other Thursday night, a home day here at St. Catharines at the deck for the Ice Dogs. It could be like so many of those Thursday nights because it's Dan Butler's Brampton Battalion in town, but this one is just a little extra special. It is pivotal game 4 in this best-of-7 Eastern Conference OHL opening round series. The Ice Dogs with the opportunity to take a stranglehold at 3-1. Welcome with Chad Nelson and our producer Drew Comerford. I'm Ted Lehman. Ice Dogs hockey for Joe Finna's Greek Village, where the food and hospitality of Greece comes to your table. Lake Street in St. Catharines. And if it wasn't a war before, Chad, when we get 2 games done in a little over 24 hours, it'll be a full-blown, I don't know, it's going to be a war times 2.
Well, tomorrow night's game, already looking ahead, tomorrow night's game is going to be one of the best games of the series. It's either going to be tied 2-2 going back to North Bay with the huge third win on the line, or Ice Dogs are going to have a chance to wrap it up, and you're going to see the best North Bay team of the entire series. So I'm already looking forward to tomorrow night's game.
As you look at this one, and we think about what's going on, my favorite line, lies, damn lies, and statistics. And the statistics, boy, if you're looking at the numbers, talking about the fact that the Ice Dogs haven't had a power play goal in 3 games, I was going to do the research, but I figure I don't have to. I don't think the Ice Dogs at any point this year won back-to-back games where they didn't have at least 1 power play goal.
Yeah, we'd have to look that up, but I don't think so either. Their power play was so potent all year long. And here we are in the playoffs, and they haven't scored a power play goal. He had told me this after 3 games. Ice Dogs won't have a power play goal after 3 games. I would say they're down 2-1 or they're down 3-0. But here, they're up 2-1.
I threw a great little question at you last time, and I don't think you had a chance to research quickly, so I'll toss it out again. When we started game 2, +3 was the best plus-minus. That was battalion rookie Brett McKenzie. I'll throw it out again. We go into game 3. Either team who now has the best plus-minus at a +3. it's a fairly obvious choice just based on the way he's played so far.
Okay, well, I don't want to sound like an idiot here if it's obvious, but I'm going to say Eric Ming.
Billy Jenkins.
Okay. Well, line mate anyway.
Exactly. And,
How
and
is
Billy,
Eric Ming not plus 3-2 then?
Yeah, Billy Jenkins has just picked this time right now to kind of step on the accelerator and come up with the kind of leadership, the kind of play Marty Williamson was not expecting 30-plus goals from Eric Ming, and he admitted it. I think Marty Williamson was expecting this kind of veteran leadership from the Ice Dogs number 8.
I think so as well, and his calmness really showed on that opening goal and obviously the game-winning goal on Tuesday night. That puck was fired into the slot from the corner by Brent Moran. He was the story of the game as well, but by Eric Ming. And it just hit a maze of bodies in front, landed right on the stick of Billy Jenkins. And he didn't have a lot of time or space to put that puck in. And he calmly, coolly tucked it in.
You've been walking around the building since about 5 o'clock. I'm sure you bumped into the occasional player or two. I talked to a smiling Brent Moran before the game, and we got a thing going because coming back from North Bay, the bus seemed to be running out of water. He was dehydrated. I had my head covered up, and I heard him look for a water. I just reached up and gave him one, and I said, I'm going to have to bring you water on the bus after every game you win. So I saw him in the hallway, and I said, you win, I owe you some water. He laughed and knew what I was talking about. Have you bumped into any of the players, even during the warm-up, and what kind of impression are you getting right now on the mental state of the Ice Dogs team?
Well, you know what? I bumped into Brendan Perlini. Brendan Perlini, every single game, all year long, smiles, says, hi, how you doing tonight? We have a quick little conversation tonight. Brendan Perlini looked at me, put his head back down, and continued to stretch. He's focused and ready to go.
Yeah, and we're going to get right into it. So much going on. You wonder if teams change things up? Well, the Battalion have changed the coach I'm going to be talking to here in the pregame. Stan's representative will not be Ryan Houlihan for this pivotal Game 4 of the Best-of-7 series. Right now, though, Ice Dogs pregame. It's our vision for the game, brought to you by LASIK Pro Vision, the way you want to see.
LASIK Pro Vision.
I'm Dr. Andrew Taylor, founder of LASIK Pro Vision. We're proud to offer enhanced technology for vision correction. There's never been a better and safer time to experience the freedom enjoyed with laser eye surgery. See the way you want to see.
For a limited time, LASIK Pro Vision offers free preliminary eye exams. To see if you're a candidate for LASIK surgery, call 1-888-510-2020 or visit LASIKProvision.com.
LASIK Pro Vision.
Back with Chad Nelson at the Jack down the road on the White House from Puck here on a Thursday. Our producer at CKTV Controller, Drew Comerford. All the time you've been together, Chad, I've never asked you this question before. So you're Stan Butler. What are you doing in this hockey game? Are you changing the game plan, or is the feeling of the North Bay Battalion that they're just Brent Moran snakebit?
Well, you know what? The Ice Dogs have out-battalioned the battalion. And you cannot change your game plan if you are Stan Butler. You have to make slight tweaks, but you cannot change your game plan. That's the style you've played since as long as you can remember. North Bay Battalion, Brampton Battalion, they've played the same way. So you cannot change it now and hit the panic button here, Game 4, into the first round of the playoffs. They've made a few tweaks to their lineup with line combinations. But other than that, you got to continue to play the same style you've played all year long.
But these young guys are 20, 19, 18, 17, some are 16. How do you stop the exuberance of youth, even if you're a 20-year-old, from saying, hey, I'm going to start jumping in and forechecking like crazy because waiting out here in the neutral zone just ain't getting it done?
Well, there will be some panic, I'm sure, in some of the players' games and some sense of urgency where they may stray from the game plan slightly, but I think Stan Butler's too good of a coach. He's too well respected by his players for them to stray from the game plan. They just have to show patience and continue doing what they have been doing. And you know what? Hopefully they can get a puck past Brent Moran. Right now, Moran's just playing too strong. But you know what? That's North Bay can't change their style. They just couldn't.
You make it sound like changing your religion, almost, basically.
Well, it almost is. You know what I mean? Like, they just can do that. That would be an ultimate sign of panic if all of a sudden they played a completely different style of game and show that they're committing that Niagara is a better team than them right now. And really, it's just Ice Dogs are beating them at their own game.
Game 3, it's a no-brainer. Brent Moran's the first star. 42-save shutout. That's a given. But between Jake Smith and Brent Moran, I was thinking back, going over to my head, were scoring chances that wide a margin? Because I don't think so. I think teams are fairly close in terms of scoring chances. And I want to make that point because before we sit there and go, oh, they're being drastically outshot and Brett Morin standing on his head, I think this has been a very even series.
Well, it has, and Brett Morin has been the difference, but it's not that. No, taking nothing away from Morin. He played fantastic in games 2 and 3, especially in game 3 with the shutout. But there's been a lot more shots from the North Bay Battalion, but a lot of them have been perimeter shots. It's not like they're getting all these quality 2-on-1s or 3-on-2s. Just, they're taking shots from everywhere, and Morin has played so strong. His rebound control has been solid that it's just... That's the difference right now. It's Jake Smith hasn't played bad either. He only allowed 1 goal. He's only allowed... what did he do? No goals in the first game, 1 goal in the third game, and he's down 2-1 in the series.
But let's go over the goals over the last 2 games, and you start thinking about that a little bit. And Jake Smith, he's leading the OHL playoffs right now with his save percentage, and that one right now is clocking at a .946. Now that I've said that, and he's played well, think about it. Miletta's first goal on Sunday sneaks in under his armpit. DeFruscia beats him with a knuckleball, and Verhaeghe comes out, able to outweight him. And Billy Jenkins gets a puck that might have been deflected away on a pass. So chances have been few and far between. Jake Smith hasn't been able to make all those key saves.
Well, no, he hasn't, and I'm sure he'd like that third one back in game 2 because, again, McIver committed with that dive. Took away the bottom of the net. Verhaeghe had that extra second and presence of mind to come out higher into the slot. Jake Smith should have recognized that McIver was taking away the bottom of the net and he shouldn't have went down. Verhaeghe saw him go down and he roofed it over his right shoulder. So great recognition by Verhaeghe, not so great by Jake Smith.
And as we watch these teams warm up, one more question about the battalion. You're down 2-1. You're Stan Butler. He loves his 4 lines, but... might we see only 3 lines or even less tonight?
Well, you're right, he may just shorten up the bench with whoever is going. And whatever he has to do. Again, he's not going to change game plan, but he may make some in-game adjustments. He has to. Some in-series and in-game adjustments. And that may be one of them by shortening the bench.
Now, as we look at the Ice Dogs, you talked about one player in particular, Brendan Perlini. This is, he's team first, last, and always. No, he hasn't gotten a goal yet in the series. He made one of the key defensive plays on a battalion player, walking in almost to the hash marks. Perlini catches him from behind. That shot on goal ends up being into the mesh. He's done it really at both ends of the ice in this series. He hasn't been rewarded. Do you think it's in the back of his mind right now? It's his time.
I think so, and that's what I mean. They give him pregame every single game, preseason, regular season, even up to game 3 last night or Tuesday night. He always has a big smile on his face, quick little conversation with me, hey, how you doing, whatever. But tonight, didn't even acknowledge, didn't do anything, just continued his pregame routine. So that shows me that he's focused, ready to go tonight. He's got no points in 3 games. He's team worst, -2. And that's not used to him. That's not his style.
I got to see that with Chad Nelson. I'm Ted Lehman. I saw that on the road in game number 2. Very relaxed, comfortable, confident guys in game 1. Got that look. Conversation was gone. And I mean the Aaron Haydens of the world, younger players. Cody Caron was quiet when that happened. Somebody's getting focused. You start to wonder, coaches can talk all year long. You start to wonder if maybe a Ming, a Mercer, a DeFruscia, a Verhaeghe got to the team and said, hey, we've really had a good time. We're growing up. You guys are growing up with us. Time to change the focus.
Yeah, you know what? The regular season's over. We don't know if we're going to play beyond next Tuesday. I mean, they need to win every game here. They need to come ready to play every single night, come focused, attention to detail. And you know what? That starts the second you walk up, or you walk up, you walk into this rink before any game.
One last question before we go. Do the battalion have to get the first goal, and do they have to get it early?
Yes, they have to. There's no question about it. They've had trouble scoring.
I guess I got a follow-up question. With our crowd, will it make a difference?
No, it won't.
No, they're not going to sit down no matter what. So, yeah, the 7th man, 7th woman, 7th child. We're going to need all of you tonight right here at the Jack as the Ice Dogs look to make it a 3-1 advantage in this opening round series with Stan Butler's North Bay Battalion. Here with Chad Nelson, I'm Ted Lehman. It's our vision for the game, brought to you by LASIK Pro Vision, the way you want to see. Cardiac Kids did it again. We're going to rewind to game number 3 from Tuesday. That's next here on the pregame show. Here on 610 CKTV.
Recognition, the ability to look a little deeper, see a little bit farther, and the reward for being distinctively different. Recognizing your family's needs is Distinctive Design's first priority. The result is a completely unique kitchen designed and installed to meet your desires and demands.
Hi, this is Anne from Distinctive Designs. Our award-winning kitchens are testament to the people involved. Our clients share their visions, and our designers bring those visions to life. Be inspired today at distinctivedesigns.ca.
Springtime in Greece is all about hospitality, new beginnings, and of course, fresh flavor. Hi, this is George from Joe Fetta's Greek Village, where we're saying goodbye to winter with our fresh new vegetarian dishes. Come in and enjoy a little taste of spring with our new vegetarian selections. It's the perfect way to lighten up after that long winter and say hello to springtime. Joe Fetta's Greek Village, 290 Lake Street, St. Catharines. Call 646-3399 or visit us at joefetta.com.
Time for an Ice Dogs Rewind. Ice Dogs Rewind on Niagara's News Talk 610 CKTV.
Back with Chad Nelson as we love to talk about a Tuesday night in a series tied at 1 with the Ice Dogs having home ice advantage, having taken game 2 Sunday up at North Bay. Ice Dogs were outshot 14-6 in the opening period. Nothing on the score sheet. Penalty kill, which is surrendered just the one goal. Great in that opening period, so we're scoreless into the second, which became scoreless into the third. Brent Moran makes 14 saves in each period. Ice Dogs outshot 14-9 in the middle period, and again, the only power play with about 6:45 to go goes the way of the Battalion. 28-15. Advantage visitors in the shots department. How about 14 more Brent Moran saves in the third period? Ended up being 42-26 in terms of the shot clock. Ice Dogs get a Carter Verhage holding call, 9:19 into the pivotal third period. But then it's the only goal everybody's talking about. Comes with 6:49 left. First of the series. Eric Ming in the corner, right-hand side of Jake Smith as Blake Siebenthaler fed it into the Ice Dogs overager. Gets it out in front. Billy Jenkins, one whack at it. Stopped right there. Smith didn't get a stick on it. Second one's the charm, and the Ice Dogs had the 1-0 advantage. Stayed that way as the Ice Dogs got a late power play. Dylan Blue just gone for roughing. And we should talk about the fact Mitchell Fitzmaurice in the warm-up. He's going to be in the lineup. There were some concerns, head injury, back injury, after the Blue Jays body slam late in the third period.
Yeah, it was an ugly play for sure, and Fitzmaurice took some time to get up and didn't look so healthy coming to the bench. Went down the runway. Pete Dobbin tended to him. He did finish the game. I don't think he saw another shift, but he finished the game on the bench, which was a good sign.
And let's talk about my favorite pool player, Mr. Amazing Eric Ming. Oh, the guts of a riverboat gambler goes behind the net with Jake Smith on the bench. 6 attackers for the Battalion. Ming is able to come out on the forehand, bank one that hit the boards before the center line here at the Jack. Went right into the right-hand corner of the empty net. Comes with 4 and change left seconds-wise in the hockey game, so the Ice Dogs skate away with a 2-0 victory. Brent Moran, the big story, but it was a team effort on Tuesday, Chad, and that reflects our selection as hot dog of the game.
Well, we gave it to Eric Ming. Again, another solid performance. Beautiful assist. He got the empty net goal. He got the second goal for the Ice Dogs. I predicted it would come in period 5. It's double overtime, but he got it into the empty net right at the end of the third period. So Eric Ming, our hot dog of the game.
You're going to be able to handle it if we go that far tonight in game number 5?
You know what? Everybody was asking me, you're going to predict another double overtime? I said, if it ends up with the same result, then yeah, I'm going to predict 2-1 Ice Dogs, double overtime. Eric Ming with the game winner.
Game 4 tonight. Puck drops at 7. We get on the air tomorrow night at 7 o'clock from North Bay after the quick turnaround. The 5th game in the best-of-7 series back at the North Bay Memorial Gardens tomorrow night. Special hello going out to Ice Dogs listener by the name, I hope I get his name right. I just met him for the first time, and I have a lousy memory. Rick Spencer. I met Rick out in the parking lot. He was there as Kevin Jack, and everybody was there enjoying Kevin Jack's tailgate party here on 610 CKTV. Rick introduced himself, Chad, and he let me know he's a visually impaired listener. He had a big smile on his face. He had the headphones just down from his ears. He told me, watches the hockey game through our eyes. And Rick Spencer wanted me to pass along thanks to you as well, because he says he's loving every minute of it right here on 610 CKTV.
Well, that's what we want. We want happy listeners, so that's great. We love to hear from them and speak to them live even more in the rink.
Yeah, we got to have a nice big post-game party, all things being equal. But next, the coaches are coming up. Marty Williamson, coach and GM of the Ice Dogs, he's behind the bench. Across the ice, Ryan Houlihan has lost the last two as the assistant coach talking to me for Stan Butler. So John Goodwin, he steps to the mic, see if they can change their fortunes. Maybe I'm the bad luck charm. Works for me as well. Here on Ice Dogs pregame for Joe Fetta's Great Village, where the food and hospitality of Greece comes to your table. Lake Street in St. Catharines. Thanks to everyone for listening to Ice Dogs Hockey on 610 CKTV.
Spring? I'm so ready.
When it comes to your car, leave worry behind. Pull into Jiffy Lube. We'll change your oil and do other routine maintenance listed in your owner's manual, all in minutes with no appointment.
Oil change? Check. Routine owner's manual maintenance? Check. One stop, in and out with no appointment? Big check.
Count on Jiffy Lube to keep you on the road and out of repair shop.
Visit Jiffy Lube at Thoroldstone Road, Niagara Falls, Niagara Street, Welland, and Hartsel Road, St. Catharines.
Oh boy, what a winter we had. There's finally hope as temperatures begin to creep up. But what scary mess was left behind? The ugly landscaping. Not to mention all the work of spring cleanup. It just never ends. Summer is short. Why not put your feet up and enjoy it? Have the professionals at Snips do the hard work for you this year. You deserve it.
Yeah!
Snips Landscape. Cultivating quality in Niagara for over 30 years. Snips.ca.
Before the first face-off, it's the last word from the Dogs coaching staff behind the bench on Niagara's News Talk 610 CKTV.
Behind the bench with coach and GM Marty Williamson. It's not going by any kind of script because I couldn't see us sitting here in a 2-1 lead when the power play is 0 for 9.
Yeah, it's one of the things. We haven't had a lot of opportunities. We had the one in the second game, and we had the 5-on-3 early, which was kind of disappointing. We didn't execute. I thought we were real slow, weren't moving the puck, and kind of weren't ourselves. And that's what we kind of focused on a little bit yesterday, and hopefully we'll be better today.
How do you compare Game 3 to Game 2 in terms of results or what you accomplished?
Well, pretty similar game in a lot of ways. We did have the 2-0 lead, but then we lost it. And with this one, it was just tight the whole way. So, everybody's scratching for every inch out there, and the plays matter. So you got to just kind of one after another them, and hope your break's going to come sooner or later.
You got to have a funny situation when you're sitting on the bench hoping for maybe 35 or more shots because your goalie seems to get better with the work.
He's doing well. I think he's been rock solid all 3 games, and, we don't expect anything different tonight. We need to hopefully generate a little more offense in front of him and get the margin for error not so tight on him.
Everybody's been there. Does it start to weigh on the other team's mind when that guy's stopping so many pucks?
Well, I think so. It's frustrating. You keep saying get the puck there, but, you got to get it by him. It's not so much of getting it there, it's getting it by him. So, I think both goalies are playing very well, and, it's a fine line between which team kind of gets the advantage.
Billy Jenkins all of a sudden is the series leader, plus minus. It seems like he saved his best hockey for this time of year.
Yeah, he fits in well on that line, and, he's healthy now, which, he struggled with coming down the stretch in the season, and, I think he's happy to be healthy, and that's helping him a lot playing well.
Had to be kind of nerve-wracking to watch Fitzmaurice get body slammed, considering what he's done for your team.
Yeah, that one was, you hold your breath a little bit. And at first I didn't think it was that bad, but, when I know he doesn't get up, then it's something bad because that's just not in his playbook. So, but he's you can't keep him out of tonight. And he practiced hard yesterday, and he's 100%.
Chance to make it 3-1. Is the team going into this one confident?
Well, I think we have to go into the same of every game. It's not a matter of confidence. It's about the matter of having an attitude to get the work done, and we can't be patting ourselves in the back, otherwise this thing will turn very quickly, and we know that can happen. So for us it's about there's a lot of details we have to get done, and we have to be focused on that and not feeling too good about ourselves right now, because you can feel good when you get 4 wins.
Can you or do you get ready for any kind of change in game plan from the battalion?
Well, I don't know. That's what you watch for. We haven't seen a lot right now, but that's what we'll keep our eyes on for. If they did make a little bit of a line change, flip-flop in their centermans from their first and second line, I don't know if that's going to affect us too much in what we do. So, it's keep an eye on them, but I think they trust their game, and, they trust that they're going to keep plowing ahead, and eventually it'll come to them, and, we're going to kind of deny that.
Any lineup changes for this one?
Nope, same lineup.
And I'm going to take a wild guess. Brent Moran goes?
Brent Moran goes. You got it.
Good luck. We'll be watching. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Coach and GM Marty Williamson behind the bench here on 610 CKTV.
We're from comedy, not the concept, the TV channel.
Okay.
We were asking you some questions.
Right. Keep going.
Yeah, you were just named Variety's Breakthrough in Comedy for 2014.
Oh my God, is that Dina Lohan? Oh, like a pile of cups.
Well, how does it feel to have your hit TV show back for a new season?
Round of pills on me!
You better slow down, Amy.
You may be right.
Inside Amy Schumer. Season premiere Tuesday at 10:30. Only on the Comedy Network.
Hey neighbor, glad winter's history?
Yeah, but now that the snow's gone, I can see shingles missing from my roof.
Well, give Dykstra Brothers Roofing a call. They sure helped me out last year. They repaired the roof right away, showed me new products and colors, and even communicated directly with my insurance company.
Need spring repairs? Give us a call at Dykstra Brothers Roofing, 905-646-0199, or check us out online at dykstrabros.com.
It's the only place where Niagara's future NHL stars can be heard. You're listening to Niagara Ice Dogs Hockey, only on News Talk 610 CKTV and online at 610CKTV.com.
We're across the ice with Battalion Assistant Coach John Goodwin, the former St. Catharines Saint. You got to play in this building?
I did. The last year the Saints were here, I enjoyed a very good year, and John Brophy was our coach. We had many guys that went on to play in the NHL, Alan Bester, Todd Gill, name a few. It was a great experience. Catharines is a great area.
Did the dressing rooms get any better looking than they are now? Or?
I don't know. The dressing room was about the same. I remember the guys on one side kind of had to duck their head, and there wasn't a lot of room. But you know what? It was home, and it was a good home rink. Teams didn't like to come in and play here.
John, you look at the veteran aspect of your lineup. You're 2 shots away from being up 3-0. Is that veteran presence going to have to carry you through? Because it's got to be a little demoralizing to be 2-1.
It is. I mean, nobody wants to be down 2-1, especially when you're the higher seed. You think, you never know. You knew it wasn't going to be easy. I mean, Niagara, they're a good team. They've got some great young players. You look at their young defense, or their star power up front, or you led by young guys. But they played a lot of hockey this year, and we knew they were going to compete hard. So I mean, it came down to both goalies are playing really well, and you guys are capitalizing on your chances late in the game or at an opportune time, and we just can't seem to solve Moran yet.
Speaking of Moran, is that a matter of maybe even taking a penalty just to kind of make life difficult in the crease for him?
No, I mean, you know what? The kid's a good player, and you respect him, what he's done. I mean, yeah, we need more traffic, but it would never be a bumping into a goalie or anything like that. We wouldn't want them doing that to our guy, and I don't think, Stan doesn't coach that way, but or neither does Marty, but definitely need traffic. You need bodies in front, and we need to make it difficult for him, more difficult than we have.
I hear you guys talking battalion hockey. I thought we'd seen it even in the last 2 games, just that incredible patience, looking for that opening. Is there anything you can change? Can the game plan change?
Well, we'd like to score earlier than we have. I mean, we've only scored in 2 of the 9 periods so far, so our consistency factor hasn't been there. We were relying on all 4 lines. The one line hasn't produced as much as we thought, so that happens, right? I mean, I'm sure it's the same on the other side. If you ask Marty, he'd expect from some different guys, but other guys step up. So, at this stage of the game, you're not going to change a whole lot. You're just going to kind of get back to basics and do what you do, and hopefully the pucks can win when you get the chances.
Were the fans that crazy when you played with the Saints?
I don't think so. I think they embrace junior hockey a little more than the American League, and it's great. I mean, both fan bases, North Bay and St. Catharines, Niagara area, they're fantastic. I mean, you know what? They support their team, and that's what junior hockey's all about.
Do you have to get them out of the game? You talked about, is that one of the reasons why you need that early goal, maybe to get them to sit down?
I guess it doesn't hurt, but you know what? I don't know the fans kind of, they're a factor for both teams where it's a loud building. I mean, our guys coming from Brampton where it's a very quiet building. I think they appreciate, and they've got used to the noisy environment being in North Bay and playing in some big games there. So, You know what? I don't think so. We've got, like you said, we've got a veteran team that's been through this before, so I think it's just a matter of doing it on the ice. We've had meetings, we've seen video, and now it's just a matter of taking that on the ice and doing what you do best.
Any lineup changes for the team tonight?
No, everything's pretty much status quo, and you know what? We'll just kind of go forward.
John Goodwin, thanks for the time.
Thank you very much.
We're across the ice. John Goodwin's the assistant coach of the battalion. This is 610 CKTB.
Is all that tossing and turning driving you crazy? Get March Madness savings at Best Way Bedding. Single mattresses from $69. Queen chiropractic sets, $599. Queen orthopedic sets, $1,099. Plus a free mattress protector and pillow with every mattress set purchased during March Madness. Buy direct from the factory and save up to 50% at Best Way Bedding, St. Catharines' only mattress factory.
Best Way Bedding. The dream is easy.
50 Scott Street West in St. Catharines.
Desks Plus, shape your office, shape your future. The Plus is opening your imagination to office space, any shape, any size, any color. New creative showroom located at 166 Bunting Road, St. Catharines. DesksPlus.com.
News Talk 610 CKTB, Ice Dogs Hockey, and the latest from around the league. Window on the OHL.
Hey, we've got 5 other OHL playoff games underway here on a Thursday. Back with Chad Nelson at the Jack. I'm Ted Lehman. Could be holidays for a few teams. Sudbury, they're down 3-0. They've got the home barn, probably the biggest favor they're doing themselves, as the Barrie Colts could wrap it up tonight up north in Sudbury. Same story in Peterborough. Kingston, they've got the 3-0 advantage in their best-of-7 series. So the Memorial Center and the Square Corners have to come through for the hometown Petes. Windsor, and I have no idea how they're going to pull off any kind of victory the way things have been going end of the season to the playoffs. London's up 3-0. They're at the WFCU tonight. One strange kind of setup, back-to-back nights in Saginaw. The Erie Otters are going to be there to take on the Spirit with their victory last night. Erie's got a 3-1 advantage, so that could be it for former Ice Dogs defenseman and captain Jesse Graham and his Saginaw Spirit facing elimination tonight. And coming up at 7:30, it's happening in Mississauga. Hopefully the Steelheads are getting some kind of fan support as they get ready to take on the Oshawa Generals again. Courtesy of the last one, a double overtime loss. Steelheads are facing elimination down 3-0 in their best-of-7. Coming back, we're going to go inside hockey here on the pregame for Joe Fetta's Greek Village, where the food and hospitality of Greece comes to your table. Lake Street in St. Catharines. This is 610 CKTB.
What's that? It's spring, and it sounds good. But if your first sound of spring is, you need to call Larry's Rental. From oil changes and blade sharpening to complete overhauls, trust Larry's Rental for all types of repairs, maintenance, and purchase advice on Aaron's, Gravely, or Echo power equipment. Sound good? Larry's Rental, 240 Ontario Street, St. Catharines, and larrysrental.com, placing experience in your hands.
Hi, this is George from Joe Fetta's Greek Village. Spring is finally here, so it's a great time for an invigorating Mediterranean experience. At Joe Fetta's Greek Village, we specialize in authentic Greek cuisine. Come in today for our famous avgolemono soup, delicious souvlaki, and flaming saganaki. Then treat yourself to our yummy baklava. Our expanded dining room can accommodate groups of any size. Joe Fetta's Greek Village, 290 Lake Street, St. Catharines. Call 646-3399 or visit us at joefetta.com.
Ice Dogs Hockey on Niagara's News Talk 610 CKTB. Talking hockey with insiders from the HL and beyond as we go inside hockey.
And we're doing it for Desks Plus. Shape your office, shape your future. The Plus is opening your imagination to office space. New creative showroom. It's at 166 Bunting Road, St. Catharines. DeskPlus.com. Checking the 3 games that have been played since we were last with you last night. Guelph in Plymouth, they get the 7-2 victory. Defense at a premium, 52-42. The difference, Guelph 2 for 4 on the power play. Plymouth 0 for 11 with a man advantage. Meanwhile, at Sault Ste. Marie in Owen Sound, they shut out the hometown attack. Final score there is 2-0. And the Erie Otters end the Game 3 loss. They're in Saginaw with a 7-3 victory. Strange one in that game. Shots are only 36-32. But Chad, are you shocked that, the commissioner likes to say, Dave Branch talks about the players are getting it. Not that many suspensions. The playoffs have been insane. I knew the West was going to be wild, but they're handing out suspensions like you and I are handing out chiclets.
Every game or every day you go onto the OHL website and there's another 2 or 3 suspensions. It's crazy.
And we're not talking about 2, 8, 10. We're hearing about bullying and goaltenders leaving. I even heard rumor about one goaltender refusing to be pulled in one of these series.
Yeah.
I'm not going to throw out names and a half-truth maybe, but this has been wild. Just check out the OHL network and you're going to see about all the work the disciplined sheriffs have had to handle.
I asked the OHL referee today, I said, what's bullying? And he said, I don't know. He said maybe one of the on-ice officials reported something after the game.
Well, the league knows.
Yeah.
That's Inside Hockey for Desks Plus. Shape your office, shape your future. Plus, opening your imagination to office space. New creative showroom, 166 Bunting Road, St. Catharines. DeskPlus.com. Lineup starting with the goaltenders next. Ice Dogs Battalion. Home side leads at 2-1. It's Game 4 here on 610 CKTV.
When your plumbing's broken and your drains won't flow, call on Mr. Rooter, he's the plumber we all know. Ready to assist you and he really loves to serve. Mr. Rooter is the plumber you deserve.
Why does a Mr. Rooter plumber leave your home without the usual mess? Because Mr. Rooter knows that it's the little things that make a big difference. There's a reason they call us Mr.
Mr. Rooter is the plumber you deserve.
News Talk 610 CKTV goes behind the mask and inside the mind of the OHL goalies. It's Between the Pipes.
Well, back with Chad Nelson, I'm Ted Lehman, and let's put it this way. When you got the second and third best save percentages in the playoffs, you don't make changes. Let's start with the battalion, Chad.
Well, it's going to be Jake Smith, and he's coming into tonight's game with a 1-2 record, 1.34 goals against, and a 9.46 save percentage.
And the other way, the story of games 2 and 3.
Well, obviously, he's got the 2-1 record, and he's got a 2 even goals against average and a 9.43 save percentage. And each goaltender has 1 shutout.
Brent Moran, Jake Smith, and not dressing Evan Cormier is the third goaltender. Kyle Locke is out for the battalion, along with the youngster Sean Tessier and Mike Baird. Calvin Gomes out as well for the Ice Dogs. Well, you win the last 2, just stick with what works. Protopovich, Wilkie, Ben Hughes, they're going to be healthy scratches here on a Thursday night. Starting lineup first for the battalion.
Well, on the back end is going to be Kyle Wood and Brendan Miller. Up front, Nick Paul, Matt McLeod, and Vincent Propland.
And the man with the focus and his friends for the Ice Dogs.
That's right. On the back end, it's going to be Dunn and Stephen Uller. Up front, Carter Verhage, Anthony DeFruzia, and Brendan Perlini.
And as the fans come to their feet for O Canada, we go to break. St. Anthony Catholic School does the honors. We're going to return Game 4, Ice Dogs Battalion, here on 610 CKT.
You have all kinds of people on your healthcare team. A doctor, a dentist, an optometrist. Who's your pharmacist? Hi, I'm Jillian, one of your trusted pharmacists at Simpson's PharmaSave. Having a knowledgeable pharmacist on your healthcare team means you're getting the best advice on medication, drug interactions, supplements, weight loss, and more. Plus, at Simpson's, you will see the same friendly group of pharmacists every time you visit.
Simpson's PharmaSave in Virgil and Niagara-on-the-Lake, partnering with you for lifelong wellness. SimpsonsPharmacy.ca.
Are you tired of financially supporting someone in your family because they don't have a job or have a low-paying job? With one last investment and a call to Niagara Welding Academy, they can become a certified pipe welder in only 6 months. Your investment could be paid back within the first year with money to spare. And now, Niagara Welding Academy offers CWB certification too. Call Niagara Welding Academy at 685-8984 or drop by the school on Cushman Road, St. Catharines. Cool school, hot trade.
News Talk 610 CKTV proudly presents Niagara Ice Dogs Hockey. Brought to you by Joe Pettis Greek Village, where the food and hospitality of Greece comes to your table. Here's Ted Lehman.
I know it's not legally possible. I know it's not even morally possible. We're back with Chad Nelson and our producer, all in St. Catharines, different locations through Comerford. This place looks fuller as we get into game number 4 with the battalion, Chad, coming up.
Well, it does. And even with the welcoming of the Ice Dogs out to the ice before this one, it seemed louder. So
more people in their seats even before the warm-ups got underway. We didn't talk about officials, so how about the guys who have the tough jobs tonight?
Well, 2 linesmen, Jesse Wilmont and Ryan Homestead. 2 referees tonight, Jason Goldenberg and Scott Ferguson.
And I know it's a tough job, even if I pick on him. So Verhaeghe, Paul, and it's 1. We're underway. The battalion, Wood on the right side, trying to play it over there for McLeod. He's going to glove it in front of his bench, and I think he tried to hand it to a teammate. So they'll whistle it down 7 seconds in. Go Dogs go. The serenade on all 4 big screens here for the 4th game of the series.
A quick line change there by Stan Butler. He's got McIver and Blue just out there against this big line for Niagara.
Flip back towards the blue line. Glove down by McIver. Right-hand side. It's off his stick. Perlini trying to get it into the right-hand corner. Blue just gets there before DeFruscia. Cropland, not much on it. Bang it off the wall. He'll give it up to Carter Verhaeghe. Over to his left for Dunn. Back to Siebenthaler. Siebenthaler returns the favor off the boards. Left side, Verhaeghe. DeFruscia, knuckleball. Oh, rebound just shot wide by Verhaeghe on the backhand. Ice Dogs that close to getting the very early lead. McLeod into the Ice Dog zone. Snaps it through Siebenthaler. Gets nothing of Moran. It sits on the mesh. That one will not come off the rigging, and making sure it stays there is Vince Dunn, but that's going to be a neutral zone draw. Close. We're 45 seconds into game 4.
Well, real nice play the whole way out of the zone. Nice D-to-D pass. Siebenthaler pass a little bit behind Verhaeghe, but he lets it go and picks it up off the boards. Gives it to DeFruscia. DeFruscia, knuckleball on net again, almost beats Jake Smith. And then Verhaeghe almost puts it into the wide open net.
Heading through the neutral zone, that one goes off a pair of sticks, including Jordan Miletus. So on the whistle, this faceoff comes to the center ice dot. Mileta out there, of course, with Ming and Jenkins. Amadio opposes Mileta on the draw, driving through Jenkins, playing it for Ming. Knocked off a stick. Mileta's in close. Having to knock it to his left is Jake Smith as Mileta was cruising in. Back to Hayden. He's going to misfire on a shot, but it's off the stick of Amadio, right back to the captain, Luke Mercer. Jenkins can't fire it into the corner. Knocked out by the battalion. Goodrow will pick it up. Ming tries to get a body on him, but Jenkins will wrestle it free. Plays it back in his own zone. Mercer to Hayden. Left side, it's going to go from Jenkins looking for Mileta. He tries to chop it down. Back to the left point. Mercer near the boards towards the goaltender. That hit Brendan Miller. Fans react as that one just went wide. Battalion trying to clear it out. Jenkins says not this time. In behind the goaltender, Miller's going to try it again. Left side for Thompson. Pinching in is Hayden, spinning, trying to get a shot from the right wing boards. Jenkins doesn't get anything on it. Kind of lofting it towards center. It's going to be gloved down by Hayden. He stumbles in front of his own bench, knocks over the boards for the Ice Dogs. Amadio reaches it in the zone. Cross ice. Shot coming up. Save. First one's a tough one. That one seemed to change directions on Moran as McCool's going to play it into the right-hand corner. Not there first before Liberati beats the veteran to the puck, hustling McCool in there too. Not in Liberati, now behind Smith. Into the left-hand corner, it's loose for McCool. Into the corner, Graham Knott. He tries to play it out in front. Fitzmaurice steps into Liberati, but it's Fitzmaurice who falls off balance. Right-hand side for McCool. Fitzmaurice off his stick. McCoolovich. That hit a couple of skates and goes wide. Left-hand side, Miller trying to play it out. He gets it out to Bratina. Knott waits for Fitzmaurice to get onside. Fitzmaurice then proceeds to not wait long enough, and the battalion will get a free chance to get it out of their own zone. Right wing side, Big Bruce will play it into the corner, but Brosnan prevents the shoot into the area to the left of Brent Moran. Bratina keeps it in momentarily. A hustling Cody Caron into the battalion zone. Left-hand side, Caron heading behind the net. Looking for someone to pass to. Back to the left point. Dunn towards the net. Hits a skate, goes wide. Gillard in the left-hand corner off his stick. Liberati as Siebenthaler hustles up the bench to keep it in on the right side. His shooting is going to hit Zach Bratina. It's going to be kicked out of play, and we'll get a face-off staying in the battalion defensive zone.
Well, Ice Dogs have a lot of jump here tonight. Quick in on the forecheck, creating some turnovers. They have the best 2 quality scoring chances so far, but the one save that Moran did make was very difficult.
Verhage on this face-off. Berlini to Fruscia on either side. Siebenthaler, he's going to get the puck. Fires it off the butterfly of Jake Smith. Controlling the rebound, the Battalion, and the Ice Dogs are going to have an early disadvantage. Could be hooking's going to be the call of the night. I think it's Perlini. Is it going to the box?
It is. Jarvis just had a little bit of breakaway speed there. Kind of caught Perlini flat-footed. Perlini got his stick right in the hands and pulled Jarvis back just enough. And he drew the penalty. So here we go. Ice Dogs have killed off 12 of the 13 power plays so far in this playoff series against the Battalion.
Miletta's going to win it again, and Mercer will send it down the ice. That's how we start. A Pro Oil Change penalty kill. Go with the pros at Pro Oil Change, corner of Niagara and Carlton Streets in St. Catharines. Left side, Liberati. Goodrow, the captain, through center into the Ice Dog zone. Stops, leaves it right side of Amadio, and slip it into the corner. Back for Goodrow along the right wing boards. Mercer in there is with Hayden as well. Amadio comes up with it, sneaking in out in front. Blue just knocked away at the last moment. Miletta, one-on-one into the Battalion zone. Miletta, he wants to kind of occupy some.
It's a 1-on-5.
Yeah, I know. And he got the puck into the corner. Did his job, though. He just occupied everybody, and as it's played in, Brosnan plays it back out on the right-hand side. To the logo, Liberati cutting to his right. Brosnan will beat him down to the opposite corner. Off a Battalion stick is going to be stopped. Blue just right point. Goodrow cuts over to the right. Liberati left side. Backdoor. Goodrow doesn't take the shot. Gives it back to Blue Just. Left point for Liberati. Blocked out in front. Blue Just right side. Goodrow. Stop. Rebound. Ice Dogs hustling to get it out. They'll succeed as Knott is interfered with.
Well, forearm shiver right to the face, too. No call.
Wow.
31-45 saw it. Unfortunately, the two men with the orange armbands did not.
You're going to hook them? No, but punch him in the face is okay. Knott's going to whip it around the opposite side. It's going to be stopped on the right wall. Paul's going to wind up. Shot. Moran's got it. Doesn't know he has it. That one was right in the midst of his butterfly. And then Mikulovic, the poise of a veteran, just abuses Ben Thompson before he can get anywhere near his goaltender. 31 seconds left in this first Ice Dogs penalty kill.
Wow, and they made, again, Stan Butler changed his lineup just a little bit. He's got Amadio and Nick Paul. They've flipped lines. So right now they got Nick Paul out there with Thompson and Propland.
Ice Dogs win the draw. Verhage with help from the D to the Fruscia all the way down to Jake Smith. Brendan Miller from behind his goaltender. Trying to wind it up out of his own zone. He'll go to the right side. Propland. He hits Hayden, but he can't get it out. Propland will lose puck. Left point for Miller. 11 to go in the penalty kill for the Ice Dogs. Right side from McIver. Paul sneaks in. Shot. He scores. 1-0 Battalion.
I think this one here caught Moran by surprise. I think Paul wanted to make the pass, but his stick was held up just enough that it just puck just continued to lay right there. So he took a second effort at it, and it beats Moran far to the right post, just over the blocker. And there it is, a power play goal early on here for the Battalion. They're up 1-0.
Not an impressive power play, very disjointed how they threw it around, but Paul was able to walk in and get that shot away.
Well, I think that shot was almost going to be a pass, and then his stick was lifted just for a second. Wasn't able to get the pass off and got a good second shot, and it kind of fooled Moran.
Shot in from the left side. Jarvis off Moran's glove. Ice Dogs get it out there on the right wing for Caron. He's going to flip it by Blue Just. Santos hustles in there against Gillard. Trying to flip it out, stopped by Caron. Is Lewis behind the net. Gillard, he'll shovel it back to the left point. Dunn, too closely covered. Gillard can't keep it in. Dunn recovers it. Able to step over center. It's going to be Miller and McIver or Miller and Blue Just on the power play assist on the second of the series for Nick Paul. Corneal plays it to Gillard. That one on the left side jumps Caron's stick. He'll have Blue Just on his back. Loose puck is going to go to Jamie Lewis. Snaps it along the boards. Won't have enough muscle to get out to Siebenthaler, but Corneal hustling into the neutral zone. Takes it away from the Battalion. Off Gillard, sticking a pass from Dunn. Ice Dogs want to change. They'll get one. 6:10, time of the goal. 5:10 here in the opening period. 1-0 Battalion. Got to feel like the weight of the world is off their shoulders. In their own zone, Blue Just is going to go to the right for Liberati. Ratina trying to get in. Can't on 2 attempts. Verhage now hustling back in. Left side, Verhage! A shot, getting a piece of it at the last moment is Blue Just. as he got enough to disrupt that shot. We'll take our first quick break. Ice Dogs trail it 1-0 in Game 4 to the Battalion here on 610 CKTB.
News Talk 610 CKTB. Ice Dogs Hockey. Brought to you by Joe Fetta's Greek Village, where the food and hospitality of Greece comes to your table.
Bratina has to come in and take the draw against Verhage as the puck's going to be played out right side by the Battalion. Henriksen, center ice area, McKenzie, he'll cut left. Gets it out in front. Bratina pulled down by Brosnan. And then Bratina bowls over Moran. Tripping is going to be the call, but Mikulovic wants to let Bratina know that he's not going to get away with that. And then Bratina's got one of those grins you want to wipe off with a left hook. That one comes in any language, and Mikulovic didn't appreciate it.
I don't think Mikulovic saw that he was tripped by Brosnan. Mikulovic just saw the end result and went after Bratina, and then right there, Luke Mercer, good captain that he is, comes over to Mikulovic and just says, hey, calm down. We don't need another one. We don't need to be down 2 men for 2 minutes.
Time of the penalty, 6:38. It's Brosnan on the trip. It's an Ice Dogs Pro Oil Change penalty kill. Go with the pros at Pro Oil Change, Niagara and Carleton Streets in St. Catharines. Paul and Maletta, no contest. One so clean that Thompson's going to get it behind the net, but he loses it. But Fitzmaurice falls as he was going to walk out of the zone. Left point for Miller. He'll go to the right point for McIver. Right side, Paul trying to get in again. Mercer's going to stop that one. Miller gets a piece of it, but not enough to keep it in. He'll have to spin it back into his own zone to the right. Giving it up to McIver. Miller to the left-hand side for Thompson. Paul heading towards the net, but is back to the left point. Miller slid to the right. McIver. That shot went by the left hand of Moran and hit the goal post. Fitzmaurice can't get it. Thompson's going to play back to the left point for Miller. 1:24 to go in the Ice Dogs penalty kill. Right side, Thompson. Shot saved Moran. He's going to hang on for the face-off. 1:18 to go in this Ice Dogs all-important penalty kill. Trailing it in Game 4, 1-0.
Well, so far, Moran just needs to settle down here, make a few nice saves, and relax and get into this game. He doesn't look as relaxed as he did last game. So far, he's bobbled a couple of shots, and hey, he's looked behind him a couple too many times for my liking, and I'm sure Marty Williamson's as well.
Not beats Goodrow on the draw, but the Ice Dogs can't get the puck out. Goodrow in the high slot. Shot save. Moran beats him on a good save. Left point, Liberati. Right point coming up for Blue Jays. Blue Jays back to Liberati. Cutting to his right. 1:01 to go in the penalty kill. Blue Jays, it's a shot. Nothing doing. Easy save in the butterfly by Brent Moran. Mikulovic lifts the stick of the Battalion player behind the net. Goodrow recovers the puck. Right point, Liberati. Right side, Goodrow. Top of the circle, Blue Jays. That's blocked out in front cleanly. Vince Dunn right to Graham Knott. Ming trying to catch up. Right side for Knott. Playing it off the boards in behind the goal. Knott's going to try to control this puck for a few more valuable seconds. 35 to go as Henriksen takes it off wing left side. Trying to get around to Hayden. Cuts it on goal. That's stopped by the right arm of Brent Moran. And then Hayden's going to play it off Fitzmaurice's stick. Miller nearly gives it up at his own blue line, able to recover it. 19 to go in the kill. Amadio trying to get a shot away. Diving Hayden prevents the pass across ice from the right wing, and Maletta picks up a loose puck into the Battalion zone. Maletta knocked off stride. He'll play behind the net. Fitzmaurice all by his lonesome against Wood. This should do it for the penalty as Dunn comes off the point, bounces it towards Jake Smith. He'll hang on for a face-off. Ice Dogs down 1-0, and as has been tradition in this series, an early 9-3 shots advantage before the halfway mark for the Battalion.
Yeah, you know, and you said down here, Amadio tries to get the shot off. He didn't. He tried to pass it. He should have shot it. Aaron Hayden, nice diving block to take away that pass.
Face-off win to Fruscia. He gets it off the right wing side. That one just missed. Looking for the puck to Fruscia on the left wing, fed by Verhage. Smith has to stop it behind the net. Blue Jays along the wall. Santos leaves the puck, lucky enough to recover it, plays it out towards center for Jamie Lewis. Lewis, his shot's going to go off the pads of Moran in tight the Battalion. Unable to get the puck. Siebenthaler. That puck goes away, and finally, Siebenthaler's able to get it. That went right through the crease. Moran's going to hang on to this one, please, as Jarvis won't get there, courtesy of Vince Dunn. 47 seconds away from the midway mark of the opening period. And we can say confidently that's not the Brent Moran we've seen in games 2 and 3.
No, not at all. Again, he looks a little nervous, a little shaky here early on. I think he needs to make a big save here, settle his team down, and more importantly, settle himself down.
Cropland's in the middle of the ice on this right side draw. McLeod's on the other side. Paul against Maletta. You know who wins. Jordan Maletta. This one will be bounced all the way down to Jake Smith. He'll stop it with a big paddle, and then Jenkins coming in hard. Liberati doesn't peel him away from the goaltender, so Smith will hang on for the faceoff. McIver's over the bench. The one change for Stan Butler. And the faceoff will be in the battalion zone coming up blocker side of Jake Smith.
Well, first 2 minutes, Ice Dogs had a lot of jump. Had the majority of the chances. Shots were only 1-1. And then basically from that point on, the battalion have controlled the majority of the play.
Back to Mikulovic. Knocked away from him. That's offside. Left side for Proplin. Ridiculously offside. Maletta on the right wing for Ming. Ice Dogs lucky that didn't end up in a goal as it spun to the left side by Ming. Jenkins behind the net. Ming's going to leave it for Maletta. Spins it in front. Jenkins! A shot. Smith had no idea where it went, but it stayed out. Towards the goaltender again from Brosnan. It's going to be blocked. Paul will pick it up. Into the Ice Dogs zone. A Proplin stick. Ming will take it the other way for the Ice Dogs. Leaves it for Maletta. He'll backhand it on the left wing boards. Rolling in behind. Goaltender Jake Smith in the trapezoid battling for it. Paul's able to come away with it. Stumbles. Plays it left side for Proplin. Center ice area feed from McLeod. Off wing left side. Shot's going to be blocked by Brosnan. Make that Hayden. And then he tries to backhand a shot. Hayden blocks that too. Out in front, Miller. Again, I think Mercer got a piece of that one as the Ice Dogs will get a little rebound off the board.
Too many men
goes
right
for
here.
it. Yeah, we're going to get a battalion. I forgot how to count penalty. It's going to be too many men on the ice. And when we come back from our mid-period break, Ice Dogs on the power play, trailing at 1-0. This is Game 4 in St. Catharines. Ice Dogs hockey for Joe Fetta's Greek Village, where the food and hospitality of Greece comes to your table. Lake Street in St. Catharines. This is 610 CKTV.
Performance Auto Group, 50 years, 16 brands, another golden opportunity. Hyundai's factory authorized 5-day sale has been extended to March 31st at Grimsby Hyundai and Performance Hyundai Equus. Get up to $11,000 in price adjustments or purchase at 0% financing for 60 months. Hyundai's factory authorized sale, it's been extended to March 31st at Grimsby Hyundai and Performance Hyundai Equus. Now that's performance.
You're listening to Niagara Ice Dogs Hockey, only on the one voice for Niagara, News Talk 610 CKTV.
Ice Dogs on an Auto Value Hyundai power play. They treat you like family. Help kids get in the game. They're at 4060 Montrose Road, Niagara Falls. AutoValueHyundai.com. The inflection was for the Ice Dogs giveaway in their own zone.
I thought you were just excited to get the kids in the game.
Yeah, well, for a second there, I almost had a kid. As they're going to play it out of their own zone. Perlini goes to his left. Fruscia stays on side for Heggie. He'll cut left for Heggie behind the net off the backboards on the right wing side. Perlini chops it back for Mercer. Mercer hits everybody. McIver nearly needed it to his own goal. For Heggie back behind the net to Fruscia. Doesn't get much on it. Battalion trying to go the opposite way to get it out. Thompson will finally get it from Blugis off the glove of Goodrow. Mercer on his own side of center back to Hayden. Scary Ice Dogs power play, still 1:04 to go. Perlini not looking for that pass. Now it's fed to the right side for Hagee off the wall into the battalion zone. Perlini quick on the right side and discombobulated. It's a good way of looking at this man advantage right now. 8:33 to go in the period. Ice Dogs trail at 1-0. Still 57 seconds of power play to go.
And Ice Dogs 0 for 9 so far in the series with the man advantage and well on their way to going 0 for 10 here. Continues to look like this.
Face-off one, it'll be Maletta winning it back to Siebenaller. Dunn hustles left side to get the puck into the corner. Hendrickson can't stop the speedy Siebenaller from getting to the left point. Left side for Ming, trying to play back to Dunn. Broken up by the battalion and sent down the ice. Big rebound off the wall. Paul wants a loose puck. Siebennaller's going to get there first. Paul's smart enough not to be dust and following him in behind the net. Siebenaller has trouble controlling the puck. I'm aging by the minute. Right side, Siebenaller gets around Miller, tries to play it out in front, it hits the goaltender. And Smith nearly knocked it into his own net, 7:59 to go. Chad, one of these goalies is getting a whiplash from the number of times they're whipping their head around to look behind them.
Yeah, I'd say we've had 11 goals scored in this series so far. We could see 11 in the first period.
Yeah, all of them bad.
Yes.
Not on the face-off, just 23 to go in the power play. Fitzmaurice, McCool, the wingman. This one's going to be one. Fitzmaurice back to the right point. Dunn's going to cut left. He'll get it towards the goal. It's going to be blocked, but again, the Battalion can't get it by Dunn. If at first you don't succeed, Goodrow tries again, but Dunn says no. Into the right-hand corner, McCool tries to get there before Blugis. McCool comes away with it. Just 6 to go in the power play. Not looking for someone to pass to. Penalty has now come to an end. Right point, Dunn. Left point, Siebenthaler. Shot's going to go just wide. Not towards the goal. Loose in front. They score. They score. Mitchell Fitzmaurice.
Well, this all started when Dunn puts the puck over to Siebenthaler. Just as the Battalion player was coming out of the box, somebody must have yelled at Siebenthaler because he hurried that shot. It went in, bounced wide. Not got a good chance, and that puck was just all scrambly and bouncy in front of the net. 2 or 3 people took a whack at it. Looks like Mitchell Fitzmaurice just got enough of it to bounce it across the line. Not exactly your prettiest goal of the year, but Ice Dogs will take it 1-1 here midway through the first.
On the face-off, McIver will get it into the Ice Dog zone. It'll take a bank left side. Thompson is about a week and a half offside. Bumps with Aaron Hayden as Rod Mahood makes the announcement. Chad, there was 5 ways that puck could have gone in the net, and 5 ways it could have not gone in the net.
Yeah, real ugly goal, but Siebenthaler, I'm surprised Knott's not going to get an assist here on that. I think if they review it, Knott may get an assist.
Loose puck in his own zone, right side for Hagee. Back to his left for Mercer. Mercer through the skates of a defender to Fruscia. Long shot to Smith. Right about now, I swear, I'd be shooting from the beer concessions if I was playing with the Ice Dogs. Smith turns that into a net job, and we're going to get a face-off. 7:05 to go in the Battalion zone.
Now they're trying to make late changes. Stan Butler trying to make late changes. Referee will not allow it. Now he's giving it to Barclay Goodrow. Not changing quick enough.
Face-off to Fruscia. Gets a shot away right side. He just misses on the glove hand. Played out towards center as Fruscia steps in to McLeod. Rolling puck towards the goaltender Moran. Picked up off the left side boards. Proplin covered there promptly by Mercer. Blugis off the blocker from a left point shot. Thompson trying to play back behind the net. Mercer will get there first. Not enough to get it by Goodrow. He gets pinned right on the glove hand goal line area, courtesy of Aaron Hayden, who will calmly go behind his goaltender and say, let's do this forehand. Hits Perlini's stick from the Ice Dog side of center. It's going down the ice. Thompson, a late hit on Hayden, and then Mercer, a little bit of a friendly shoulder, and then Hayden and Thompson are both going to the penalty box as Thompson didn't know when to let good enough go. 13:29, coincidental minors coming up here in a 1-all hockey game.
Hayden and Thompson going to the box, and you're right, he didn't know when to stop. He goes over to Luke Mercer and gives him a few fingers in the face. Surprised, he's fortunate he's not getting an additional 2 for roughing or unsportsmanlike, so we're going to see a little 4-on-4 action here.
You got to be careful with Luke Mercer. He lost that tooth in that late season game. You got a finger in there, and it's a lot easier to bite. Faceoff's coming up on Brent Moran's blocker side. Paul Proplin, Corneal, and Jenkins coming back the other way from Marty Williamson as Corneal unable to control the faceoff. Proplin gets it, playing it back to the point for Miller. Miller spins away from Jenkins into the right faceoff circle, and then he just blows all 4 tires in a spare and ends up on his butt. Dunn behind the net, a loose puck. Winding it up, picking it up left side. Billy Jenkins into the zone, winding up, shot. Didn't miss by a whole lot. This one's going to go off the glass, out of play, so we should get a neutral zone draw. 6:09 to go in a game that basically is featuring any shot might go in. 1-all is the score.
Last shot wins here tonight for sure. It's been shaky at both ends of the ice between the pipes here tonight. Brent Moran and Jake Smith have both looked better in this series. Let's just leave it at that.
How about first goalie to settle down wins?
Yeah, that's good call.
Blugis in his own zone on the faceoff win. Banks it off the backboard to the right from McIver. He'll hit Paul in the trailing skate. Corneal hustling, nearly broke away from both veteran defensemen. Proplin left side, leaves it right there. Corneal has it knocked off his blade by Paul. In behind the net, Siebenthaler, when he starts winding it up, vapor dust is all that's left. Siebenthaler, rolling puck, bangs it in behind the net from the right side board. Left point done into the corner. He'll miss Jenkins, but guess who's there? Right side, Siebenthaler near the half boards. Loose puck to Johnny Corneal, gets it away from Proplin. Blue Jays plays it out towards center. Looking for Nick Paul. Second attempt will get there.
Look who's back. Siebenthaler.
Yeah, I know.
First man on the forecheck, first man back on the back.
He's going to come up here and join the broadcast in a minute. Right-hand side is going to be Santos. He'll leave it right there for Jamie Lewis. Shake and bake and a shot that goes nowhere near the net. We get a weird bounce that nobody in stripes even saw. It goes out of play. 38 to go and ugly 4-on-4 hockey. 5:09 to go until the first intermission. And here with Chad Nelson and Ted Lehman. We're all leaving at 1.
Well, Game 3 in the first 15 minutes of Game 4, I think is the best I've seen Blake Siebenthaler play all season. He's got unbelievable speed and a lot of confidence right now, deking through basically the 4 battalion players on the ice.
Jamie Lewis can't control it off the backboards. Perlini plays it behind the net. And then Mikulovic joins the rush. Perlini, he'll bang it off behind the goaltender. Verhage looking for someone to pass to. Perlini is now the right point man. Step it in, fire it! Blue just got a piece of it and went over top the net. Mercer says, why not? Perlini's at the right point. And then he gets crushed from behind. Mikulovic has got to get out of there, and somebody's got to grab Alex Mikulovic, because this should be night over for the offending battalion player. Perlini's on the ice. He Dobbins out there right away, and I want to believe it's, Matthew Santos. That's his kind of hit. Perlini on the ice, and we're going to see Mikulovic is going to the penalty box as well.
This should be 5-2, though.
Yeah, let's see what they're going to call it, though. One referee's over there, and he looks like he's doing higher math with his fingers. So we're going to wait to see how they look at this one. That's clearly Santos right into the number 11 of Brendan Perlini. He just crushed him into the wall here at 15:21 of the first period. And if the fans had quieted down, which they didn't, this is going to amp it up one more time.
Yeah, here we go. It looks like when you're in there talking, the referees are in there talking like that.
Here's the hilarious
thing. What's going on?
2 minutes.
Yeah, so he's going to get 4 minutes. So Santos is going to get 4. Mikulovic is going to get 2. It's going to end up being a 2-minute man advantage, or a 2-minute power play for the Ice Dogs.
You know, and the terrible thing is, Alex Mikulovic didn't even get his money's worth, because he basically, he looked like he was almost patting him on the back. And I mean that tongue-in-cheek, but that's how he basically was going at it.
And no referee is going to give Marty Williamson an explanation here, which is going to
make his night a little longer.
Yeah, he is incensed right now with the reason of, or not sure why.
And the worst news for the Ice Dogs, sorry Chad, is that Brendan Perlini, he's going to be in the dressing room a little early. He's getting some treatment right now from Pete Dobbin. You know, those are the kind of hits, especially called incorrectly, end up changing a playoff series, as we see. Loose puck, Perlini goes for it, and Santos just sticks him, face plants him.
Now they got the penalty box door open for the battalion.
And Santos is standing there looking like he shouldn't be there.
They need another man.
Well, do they need one for 2 minutes?
Battalion need another man in the box here.
Right. Because we have the original 2 players in there. We've now got Hayden standing up in the box, having served his coincidental roughing minor in 8 seconds. Now the referees are going to go back and try to figure this out. Now, you love this.
Yeah.
Stan Butler doesn't put the second player in the box.
He knows what he's doing.
He gets the referees to come talk to him.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. Now Marty's even more upset. But he knows what he's doing with that. So now they're going to put Amadio over there to serve the additional 2 minutes for the 4-minute boarding penalty on Santos.
Face-off 1 fired forward by the battalion. Wow. Wow. Center ice area puck bouncing to the right for Ming, trying to get around Blue Jays. Ice Dogs, Auto Value Hyundai Power Play. They treat you like family. Help kids get in the game. 4060 Montrose Road, Niagara Falls. AutoValueHyundai.com. Right point, Mercer. Picked off, going cross ice for Ming. Goodrow. He's got a man, Thompson, on his left. Is going to be knocked off his stick by Mercer in the corner. Ice Dogs try to get it free. They finally succeed. They hit the side of the net, and Ming spins to get away from Goodrow, who's got his glove in the air. He wants to change and gets it. Right side, Ming gets around Blugis into the corner for Ming. Big defenseman gets a grab on him. Siebenaller waiting for it. Dunn gets it. Dunn left point in behind the net from Maletta. Bouncing puck. Blugis wants to keep it right there. It's knocked away to Jenkins to the right point. Siebenaller to his left. Left point for Dunn. Cross ice off the skate of Billy Jenkins. That pass had a little too much mustard. Going down the ice. 50 seconds left. This is the fastest I've ever seen 2 minutes go off in my life.
That was very quick.
Wow, is this the new math? Ice Dogs will try it again. Dunn out of his own zone. Left-hand side, Verhaeghe's on the ice. He's got Knott taking the place of Perlini. Knott does a nice job, prevents the puck from being taken out. And Siebenaller on the left-hand side plays it to DeFrugia, spins it back to the right point for Dunn. Tries to get it to Verhaeghe, and again, too much on that pass. Stopped by the big paddle of Brent Moran as we have now played 17 minutes in a wild and a wacky first period, tied at 1. Dunn heading through center. Lewis on his back. Off the right side boards. He gets around Miller. Wood tries to get there first. Ice Dogs want the puck. DeFrugia reaches for it on the right wing. Lewis trying to get it out. Who played across ice for McKenzie. Penalty about to come to an end. McKenzie goes for a skate. Siebenaller knocks him off the puck. Miller picks it up. Miller in behind Brent Moran. Crease area. Lewis! That was the slowest shot in recorded history. Lewis able to step into it, and you could time it with a calendar. The puck still hasn't gone to Brent Moran. Not on the right-hand side into the battalion zone. Proplin picks it up. Double team. He gives it up. DeFrugia, one nice move, but it's chopped away by McKenzie. Ice Dogs want to change. Battalion trying to complete one as well. Proplin tries to go around Mercer. That's not happening. Corneal trying to shovel it in behind his own net. He gets it to Aaron Hayden on the second attempt. Right wing for Matt Gillard, flipping it out towards center. Mercer won't jump in on the left side. Corneal falls to the ice. Loose puck going to McLeod into the corner. Paul trying to cut out in front, gets a shot, save Moran. He stops Proplin in close, and Moran hangs on to the rebound. 1:51 cannot tick away fast enough. That's how much time we've got left till intermission in a 1-1 hockey game.
Well, good news is Brendan Perlini's back on the bench. I think the worst case scenario was he went face first into that dasher board and a little bit of blood on the ice.
If he wasn't focused before.
Yeah, this will definitely focus him up for sure.
Corneal's out there with Gillard and Caron on the face-off, and Corneal schools Nick Paul. Pucks in the skates of Brosnan. He'll collect himself and the puck. Head behind Brent Moran. Left-hand side feed coming up for Gillard. He'll take his time. Cross center. Get it deep into the battalion zone. Smith leaves it to the opposite corner for Miller. Chops it as far as the right wing boards. Corneal has a roll away to Makulovich. Proplin then takes the skates out from Makulovich. Caron hustling for a loose puck. Can't get it back to the point area. Away with it is Nick Paul into the Ice Dog zone. Shot's going to go off the right arm of Brent Moran and become a souvenir. Brosnan gets tied up with two battalion forwards. And then Makulovich, who's looking for a dance partner anywhere on the ice, he's in there as well, and he's picking on Nick Paul. Well, stripes separate the colors.
They're going to pull away a couple more guys here, I think. There's going to be a couple more penalties.
I love when referees do this. We're doing our job by taking multiple players. We'll sort it out after a quick break. Buck 21 to go. Tied at 1. Game 4. Ice Dogs Battalion in St. Catharines on 610 CKTB.
News Talk 610 CKTB. Ice Dogs Hockey. Brought to you by Joe Fetta's Greek Village, where the food and hospitality of Greece comes to your table.
Well, it's going to be Brosnan and McLeod off again. 2-minute cheats for roughing. A little 4-on-4 action here to finish off this period. Only 1:21 remaining in the first frame.
Face-off coming up. Blocker side of Brent Moran. Shot attempt by Goodrow on a face-off win by Amadio is deflected wide. In behind the net, Siebenaller's got it. Right side off the boards. Not gets it by Blugis. Hustling Fitzmaurice. Can't get by McIver. He'll play left side for Amadio. Tries a little dipsy doodle. Too much doodle as Siebenaller now steps through two battalion defenders. Now dealing with McIver, trying to one-hand it out in front. Behind the net, it goes to Knott. McIver chips it high and out of play.
Off Siebenaller.
That sure didn't look like it hit the Ice Dogs player, but it's going to be a neutral zone draw. Coming up 54 seconds until intermission in a 1-all game 4.
I think both coaches will be happy to get out of this one here, 1-1. Could have been a lot worse for either side, but I think both coaches want to get the teams back in the room and just settle them down. It's been a real sloppy period, and not exactly what we've seen for the first three games.
Face-off one, Mercer left side then for Verhaeghe. Too quick is Brendan Perlini. He's got almost too much jump, as this one will cause an Ice Dogs offside. Runaway Marcus McIver tries to get in the kitchen of Carter Verhage, who's not obliging. Neutral zone draw coming up. Paul and Verhage, 21s both. Hayden and Thompson are going to renew some hostilities as it's one back to Blue Jays. Puck in behind Jake Smith. He'll play it off the backboards to McIver. Flips it for Paul, able to collect it on the right wing boards. Into the Ice Dog zone. Flips it in the corner blocker side of Brent Moran. Hayden. Thompson into the corner looking for a loose puck. Mercer there as well with Paul. 27 to go in the period. Hayden gets the angle. Knocks the puck momentarily away from Thompson. Perlini in to help. Now it's Nick Paul. Perlini on his back. Paul trying to get a shot out. Gets it back to the point. McIver blocker save Moran. Perlini a loose puck. Thompson crunches him from behind. Hey boys, when you see an 11, stop taking a shot at it. Thompson this time. I've never seen a game plan include checks from behind. McIver wants a chunk of Perlini. Don't tell me McIver's in there.
Probably chirping Perlini for diving.
Really?
I
Is
hope
McIver
so.
going to the box too?
No, I don't think so.
Well, McIver is being escorted away.
He's just trying to skate out of the trouble here, go back into his own zone, and just relax here for 7.4 seconds. So he knows the faceoff's coming back into his own zone. Barclay Goodrow's over there talking to the referee now, saying Perlini went down easy on that one.
4 minutes,
4 minutes again.
Okay, well.
Kick one of these guys out. Send a message.
Yeah. Face off. And we're going to get a bizarre power play. It's going to be 4 skaters against 3 when we get the second period underway.
For 46 seconds. That's going to be good.
Yeah. Stan can't slow it down that way.
At the start of the period, but
Maletta on the draw, blocker side of Jake Smith. Still 7.4 here. One towards the goaltender. Maletta trying to get it out as it goes into the corner. This one's going down the ice. There we go. And we get the horn, so it's 2 boarding, 2 slashing. Not too smart for Ben Thompson at 19:52. He puts his team into a second period hole with the Ice Dogs in an even Steven hockey game with Stan Butler's Branson Battalion. Maletta's out there with Barclay Goodrow. Goodrow doesn't like the explanation. Maletta feels pretty good. Both heading to the dressing room now, and we're heading to the first intermission. And as is tradition in the Ontario Hockey League, I like this ref. Which one is it? Stan wants to talk, and the ref is waving him away and basically saying, get out of here now. So Stan, his hands may be unfolded from behind his back before this hockey game's done as well. With Chad Nelson here at the Jack and our producer in the White House of Puck, Drew Comerford, I'm Ted Lehman. Our first intermission, that's on tap next. 1-1, Ice Dogs Battalion. Pivotal Game 4 in this best-of-7 opening round OHL Eastern Conference Series. Presentation of Joe Fetta's Greek Village, where the food and hospitality of Grace comes to your table. Lake Street in St. Catharines. This is 610 CKTV.
The force from the beginning. We've come too far to give up who we are.
What's that? It's spring, and it sounds good. But if your first sound of spring is, you need to call Larry's Rental. From oil changes and blade sharpening to complete overhauls, trust Larry's Rental for all types of repairs, maintenance, and purchase advice on Aaron's, Gravely, or Echo power equipment. Sound good? Larry's Rental, 240 Ontario Street, St. Catharines, and larrysrental.com, placing experience in your hands.
Hey, Road Warriors, you know who you are. In stop-and-go traffic, daily commutes, lineups, idling, you count on your car, so count on Jiffy Lube to keep you on the road and out of repair shops with quality oil changes and the routine maintenance your owner's manual requires. Jiffy Lube, service in minutes, no appointment. Road Warriors, leave worry behind. Pull into Jiffy Lube today.
Visit Jiffy Lube at Thoroldstone Road, Niagara Falls, Niagara Street, Welland, and Hartzell Road, St. Catharines. What a winter. Thank goodness that's over. This is Nikolai.
And John Michael from Dykstra Brothers Roofing. Did winter take a toll on your roof? Then give us a call. We'll be there right away to replace missing shingles, repair winter damage, and show you some of our new products and colors.
With 46 years of quality workmanship and tens of thousands of roofs installed, our customer satisfaction speaks for itself.
Call Dykstra Brothers Roofing, 905-646-0199 or online at dykstrabros.com.
The first 20 minutes are in the books. It's the first intermission on Niagara's News Talk 610 CKTB.
Hey, back with Ken Nelson at the Jack and our producer at 610 CKTB, who just happens to be Drew Comerford. Hey, we must be ahead. Somebody over there is getting a picture taken with 610 CKTB banner in front of them, right across the ice. Oh, those are the helpful ladies of the promo department who are over there obliging fans who want their pictures taken with 610 CKTB.
Oh, wow. How
That's
about
too
that?
cool. You know, I should have known this was going to be the weird night it's been, because the best way to describe the first period, game number 4 is, I should have known it was going to be weird when I realized Leaf fans tonight have to cheer for the Canadiens because they're playing Detroit. And if the Leafs' life and death to make the playoffs are going to make it, you actually have to help the Bleu Blanc et Rouge get it done tonight. They're up 2-0, I guess, early on in the hockey game.
Yeah, early. End of the first period, 2-0 Montreal. So, oh boy, I want the Leafs to be eliminated. So let's go Wings.
Yeah, you got your Flyers are going to be going at it tomorrow night with the Leafs. Meanwhile, we're going to have Game 5. That's a guarantee. 7 o'clock pregame, 7:30 puck drop. North Bay Memorial Gardens. 5th game in this best of 7. Ice Dogs and the Battalion, who get the early lead, 5-10 power play. Nick Paul gets his second, trying to make a pass. It basically doesn't cooperate, becomes a shot. And the assists on that opening goal to go to McIver as well as Miller. And the Ice Dogs are down. That power play had just 6 seconds left for the Battalion before they got that first goal of the hockey game. And calling it, the way it is, Brent Moran just looked unhinged a little bit early in the hockey game. Ben Vanderklok's got to be in there right now, Ice Dogs goalie coach, doing breathing exercises just to calm down his goaltender. By the way, North Bay outshoots the Ice Dogs 16-8. But Mitchell Fitzmaurice gets his first, comes at 12:31 seconds after a Battalion penalty kill had come to an end. Blake Siebenaller, Graham Knott get the assists. As we said, 5 ways that puck might not have gotten by Jake Smith, and 5 ways it could have. And finally, Fitzmaurice, he's going to oblige, and the Ice Dogs are all even in this hockey game at a goal apiece. But penalties, Perlini, a hook at 3:16. Brosnan goes off for a tripping call. The Ice Dogs could have easily given up 2 power play goals. Then the Battalion get into the act. It's a bench minor. Suddenly roughings for Hayden and Thompson. Makulovich goes after Matthew Santos after he picks up a 4-minute. I still don't understand why he's in the game. Check from behind penalty. Santos just reefed Brendan Perlini right into his number 11. Ice Dogs are going to be enjoying some of that extra time here in the second period. Brosnan, a roughing call, along with McLeod at 18:39. And finally, again, Thompson decides, well, if you can crank Perlini from behind and get away with it, why not? Thompson does the same to Brendan Perlini. He gets 2 for the check and 2 more for a slash. So the Ice Dogs, when we get going in period number 2, they're going to have a 4-skater-to-3 advantage getting going. So, Chad, before we get to inside hockey, let's talk about the play of the first period.
Play of the first period was that weird goal by Mitchell Fitzmaurice, picking up his first of the playoffs. Again, North Bay player coming out of the box. I think Siebenaller heard his footsteps behind him, rushed his shot, went wide, took a nice bounce off the boards, right to Graham Knott. Graham Knott fires it on net, and again, Jake Smith fighting the puck as well, and he bounces that one out into the high slot, and he kind of bounces around, and Mitchell Fitzmaurice literally dives into the blue paint, gets a stick on it, and it trickles over the line and hits the back of the net to even this one up at 2.
How about our save of the period? You almost have to say save of the period.
Yeah, it was almost accidental, but no, this one was a good save here by Brent Moran. Again, Amadio gets that puck out of the corner, out to the high slot, just off to the right of the goal. Nick Paul gets off a good shot, and Moran able to kick out that right pad where we saw last game, in Game 3, we saw him really control those rebounds. This one here, rebound wasn't quite as controlled, went out into the slot. Ice Dogs were able to clear it, but still, Moran made the original save.
And Smith at the other end, he's kicking them out pretty good too, like birthday gifts coming out of his crease. I think that's going to be a part of the chat for Marty Williams and Don't give up on any shot. That rebound might be coming your way.
You know what? I think both coaches will be saying the same thing, but they'll both be trying to calm their teams down. Real shaky-looking period for both sides.
6-10-10 via the text. Go, Dogs, go. Show those boys what you're made of. Thanks to Judy for jumping in as she always does on Ice Dogs Hockey. Chad and I coming back. We're going inside hockey, a little game of, agree, disagree. It's our game show. TSN has theirs. It's next here on Ice Dogs Hockey for Joe Fetta's Greek Village, where the food and hospitality of Greece comes to your table. Lake Street in St. Catharines. 1-1 after 1 in Game 4. Ice Dogs in the battalion. This is 610 CKTV.
April 7th, Discovery gets jacked. In the Big Easy, house jacking is anything but easy.
This job can kill you. You go too fast, the house falls off the jacks. Everybody's dead.
Enter Jeremy Patterson and his crew of ex-cons.
Sometimes you just gotta look danger in the face and laugh, man.
Lifting spirits, one foundation at a time.
It's their largest investment of their lives. They're trusting me to make it right.
The all-new series, Jacked. Monday, April 7th at 10, only on Discovery.
Jacked.
Springtime in Greece is all about hospitality, new beginnings, and of course, fresh flavor. Hi, this is George from Joe Fetta's Greek Village, where we're saying goodbye to winter with our fresh new vegetarian dishes. Come in and enjoy a little taste of spring with our new vegetarian selections. It's the perfect way to lighten up after that long winter and say hello to springtime. Joe Fetta's Greek Village, 290 Lake Street, St. Catharines. Call 646-3399 or visit us at joefetta.com.
Ice Dogs Hockey on Niagara's News Talk 610 CKTB. Talking hockey with insiders from the OHL and beyond as we go inside hockey.
Inside hockey, first intermission for Desks Plus. Shape your office, shape your future. Plus is opening your imagination to office space. New creative showroom, 166 Bunting Road, St. Catharines, deskplus.com. Back with Chad Nelson and Inside Hockey this time around. Hey, if the mothership, TSN Bell Media, can have the quiz, we can have agree and disagree. And this is where we throw stuff Chad Nelson's way. The biggest surprise, agree, disagree, first round of the playoffs, and I still figure how it's going to end. The Erie Otters.
Yeah, a little bit of I agree that's the biggest surprise going right now. I figured they would have walked through Saginaw, but Saginaw's got the emotional connection there with the Trafford situation, so I would say I'm a little bit surprised.
Okay, then let me do this one. Agree, disagree. The biggest surprise of the first round of the OHL playoffs, the Niagara Ice Dogs.
Ooh, you know what? Yeah, I agree. It's if you look at it on paper, or if you're looking at it from the Western League. Last night I was looking at the WHL, playoff tracker, and you see, a 7 seeds beating a 2 seed. That's a surprise. To me, we've been with the Ice Dogs all year long. We know they played the North Bays, the Eries, the Guelph Storms even very well. So I guess on paper I'm a little surprised, but deep down, knowing this team, I'm not that surprised.
Chad Nelson's here. Agree and disagree. One of the shocks when we looked at it is Stan Butler's record versus a Marty Williamson coach hockey team.
Yeah, that's a shock. Stan Butler is a great coach in this league, and so is Marty Williamson. When you see a record that one-sided, it's a huge shock.
I've been saying it on the broadcast and on other shows on 610 CKTV. So, Chad, agree, disagree. You've seen the Mississauga Ice Dogs, the Niagara Ice Dogs. You've seen the Ice Dogs under Mario Chiquillo, under Mike McCourt, now under Marty Williamson. Agree, disagree. Marty Williamson, best coaching job ever for the Ice Dogs.
Agree, 100%. Such a young team, and everybody talked about them missing the playoffs this year, and now here they are, up 2-1 in the series against a very talented North Bay team who is expected to challenge for the Eastern Conference.
And fans have either said, whoa, I can't believe he's using a fourth line on the defensive draw, or wow, it's impressive they've used the fourth line on the offensive draw. The Ice Dogs, I call it house money because they got a lead in the series. At the same time, they're building down the road because all that's going to happen, Hayden McCool, Graham Knott, Blake Siebenhaler, Vince Dunn, Brian Brosnan, Alex Mikulovic, they're just sitting here growing up before our eyes, and they're figuring out how to play this game not just in the playoffs, but probably from September right through to the springtime.
Well, you're right. Nobody is expecting the Ice Dogs to win the OHL championship or the Memorial Cup this year, but every single game is more and more experience that they're going to use, maybe not even next year, but the year after. That's 2 years down the road. So that's when this team is really, really expected to make a solid, legitimate run for it.
Okay, lastly, my favorite, talking about the guys down the road at the JLC. Agree, disagree, 8 games, no Anthony Stolars. A lot of trouble for the London Knights in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think so. You know what? They're going to have it in tough. Let's say they're going to beat Windsor and finish that series off in 4. So Stolars is gone for the entire next series if it goes 7, if it goes the distance. And that competition is only going to get tougher. And it's going to be a difficult road for them. And, if they get beat out, oh boy. That's going to set up some major questions there in London.
So it's agree or disagree. Jake Patterson's going to get beat up online on the London fan side.
Oh, that's a definite agree.
With Chad Nelson, our favorite game show is Agree or Disagree, right here in the Ice Dogs First Intermission Inside Hockey for Desks Plus. Shape your office, shape your future. The Plus opening your imagination to office space. New creative showrooms at 166 Bunting Road, St. Catharines. DeskPlus.com. All the other games, the action coming up in the window on the O here on 610 CKTB.
Are you tired of the weight loss roller coaster? I'm Sean Simpson, owner of the Niagara Health and Wellness Center at Simpson's PharmaSafe. Our ideal protein weight loss method is about a lifestyle change for better health. It's totally personalized with a one-on-one coaching session each week. You eat real food, gourmet meals, and your own food choices. It's healthy, affordable, and it works.
Simpson's PharmaSave and Virgil, partnering with you for lifelong wellness. SimpsonsPharmacy.ca.
Office space feeling a little old, perhaps dated? Are you projecting the image you want? Improve your office's first impression with the help of Desks Plus. From an excellent interior design team to a 15,000 square foot showroom, Desks Plus opens your imagination for your office space. Any shape, any size, any color. Yes, color in the office. File cabinets, desks, even seating for your waiting room. Improve your office's image and maximize your office space. Desks Plus. Shape your office, shape your future. 166 Bunting Road, St. Catharines. DesksPlus.com.
News Talk 610 CKTB, Ice Dogs Hockey, and the latest from around the league. Window on the OHL.
Ice Dogs power play coming up as we get period 2 underway. We're tied at 1 after 20. Sudden death for Sudbury, and they're 2 minutes into the second on home ice. Trevor Carrick's got the only goal. It comes in the first at 4:40 on the power play. 1-0. Sudbury's got the advantage. They need all 4 to pull out a miracle in this series. Scoreless after 20 in Peterborough. 16 of the 27 shots for the visiting Kingston Frontenacs. In Windsor, London, Brady Austin at 7:09 of the first. That's the only goal of the opening period. And heading to the second, 1-0 London, the lead on the road. Saginaw trying to stave off elimination. Good so far. Sadowee and Kia offset by Connor McDavid's goal at 5:29. 14-7 shots favor Erie. But again, Saginaw's got to have it, as they're down 3-1, but they've got a 2-1 advantage after 20. And still with 7:52 to go in the opening period, Sturck scores for Oshawa at 1:38, tied up by Chunproni coming at 4:30. So it's a 1-all hockey game, still 7:52 left in the opening period. Second is next. Ice Dogs tied at 1 with a battalion. This is Game 4 on 610 CKTB.
Gord Singleton here. With vacations and road trips on the horizon, add more to your getaways with the performance of Michelin tires, like the new Michelin Premier AS tire, which stops shorter on wet roads than leading competitors' brand new tires. Plus, get a $70 mail-in rebate when you buy a set of 4 Michelin tires. Offer ends May 24th. Michelin, a better way forward. Available at Niagara Battery and Tire, Welland, St. Catharines, and Niagara Falls. Visit NiagaraBatteryandTire.com.
Niagara Battery and Tire.
News Talk 610 CKTB welcomes you to Niagara Ice Dogs Hockey. OHL hockey at its best. Brought to you by Joe Fetta's Greek Village, where the food and hospitality of Greece comes to your table. With the call, here's Ted Lehman.
Hey, we're back at the Jack with Chad Nelson and our producer Drew Comerford. Stan Butler's move's not going to improve because Marty Williamson just got a very You got the LP version of the explanation from the official and all that stuff that happened to Brendan Perlini in the opening period.
No, it doesn't matter how long the explanation was. I don't think he's still going to like it because
you know what I was thinking about?
One of these guys should be kicked out.
Yeah, remember the movie Forrest Gump when he was running back kicks for Alabama and people had stop sign in the end zone so he didn't run out? I think we need that for the battalion. You see number 11. Stop! Ice Dogs on the power play. Dunn goes to his right. Siebenthaler head up through the neutral zone. He'll play it right side. Ming sees Boletta step too fast, and we'll get a face-off coming up 10 seconds in. Officials are figuring something out. Every stoppage, linesmen are going to wherever the puck is. Boletta and Ming, Siebenthaler and Dunn. Won by the battalion as Dunn will get it left side, get it in behind Jake Smith. Valiant attempt, but he can't stop it behind the net. Siebenthaler bounces it to the left for Dunn. Over to the right point for Siebenthaler. Give it back to Dunn, middle of the ice. Trying to go to the opposite side. Left wing for Ming. Give it back to Dunn. Dunn. Fans want the shot. Left side for Ming. Getting it in close for Boletta. Returns in favor of Ming. A shot, loose puck. Going to be flipped out by the battalion. We're back to just your basic 5-on-4 power play. For the next 3 minutes and 10 seconds, Auto Value Hyundai power play. They treat you like family. Help kids get in the game at 4060 Montrose Road, Niagara Falls. AutoValueHyundai.com. Down on the right side, off the boards, Ming for Boletta. Boletta trying to hustle his way in. Can't get it done. On the carom, Goodrow's got a shorthanded breakaway. Shot, great stop! Following him all the way from glove post to blocker and then getting it with the left leg, Brent Moran. Maybe it's turnaround time for the big goaltender. There's a confidence builder. Prevents the shorthanded marker as Lewis is going to try to fire it off the ice, but he puts it into the Ice Dogs bench, so the faceoff's going to stay in the offensive zone again. Double minor to Thompson, so we've got a 2:34 mark still up there on the penalty time clock for the battalion.
Well, game-changing save right there. Brent Moran on a clear-cut breakaway of a nice bank pass up to Barclay Goodrow. He was able to control that and get in all alone from the Ice Dogs blue line.
Mercer from Hayden, playing it on the right side for Verhaeghe. Into the corner, off the backboards, Perlini. Blue just gets a piece of him. DeFruscia having to deal with Blue just on the right side boards. Kicks it into the corner. Perlini covered, leaves it for DeFruscia. Verhaeghe over to the captain. Hayden's going to get a one-time away in the crease area. Blue just, again, collapses DeFruscia. Perlini's banging away at a rebound. Nothing doing as that was centimeters away from a lead goal, but it's still 1-1, a minute and 43 into period number 2.
Wow, Jake Smith there, that's his best save of the night. Taking that one away from Anthony DeFruscia, using all 5'11" to just get his toe on that one. And then Perlini had a wide open net, and Jake Smith dived back, somehow gets a stick on it and keeps it out.
Into the corner, Verhaeghe can't control the faceoff, bounces out into the center ice area. Mercer over to his left for Hayden, back in the Ice Dog zone. Dealing with an uncooperative puck behind the net. Mercer. He'll step away from Brett McKenzie and he'll go forehand left side. Verhaeghe nearly has it knocked away. He'll play it on the left wing. It's off the stick of Perlini to avoid icing. McIver trying to get it by Mercer. Barely succeeds, but he does. 1:45 to go. Extended Ice Dogs power play. Hayden left side, Perlini. He'll go in on his forehand wing, whipping it around the boards to the right side. Blue just a stick on it. DeFruscia tries to carry it in. Verhaeghe, right point Mercer. Left point Hayden. Shot hits the battalion skate, goes wide to the right side. Verhaeghe corner. Cross ice pass Perlini. DeFruscia. Hayden out in front. That just changed directions. DeFruscia couldn't get a blade on it. DeFruscia had all day long and nothing in road khakis to stop him in front of Jake Smith. Mercer will go left side again. Verhaeghe through center into the battalion zone. Left wing Verhaeghe against Wood. Behind the net, Brendan Miller tries to get it free. Verhaeghe right hand corner. Cross ice, Boletta! No idea. That hit the side of the net, and then puck high in the air. Boletta finds it with his right hand, and it's off those four fingers into the crease area, and Smith is going to hang on for a faceoff.
While Ice Dogs power play finally getting some chances there. Nice cross crease pass. Boletta gets all of it too, and just off the side of the net, goes way up in the air, and you mentioned it. If he had 5 fingers on that hand, he would have been able to control that bouncing puck. Unfortunately, it bounces right to Jake Smith.
Back to the left point. Siebenthaler plays it off the skate of McIver. Goes to Jenkins. Right point for Dunn. Dunn, left point Siebenthaler. Siebenthaler to an open left wing side. Jenkins has to control a rolling puck. Not much getting into the corner. McIver had to get it by Jenkins. That should have been a glove pass. They get it a little bit late. It's the neutral zone linesman who heard, I'm sure, Stan barking at him. And now with 36 to go in the power play, neutral zone draw coming up. This one is all tied at 1.
Again, Ice Dogs power play, getting a couple of chances, but still not looking as sharp as they did in the regular season. So they need to get this power play rolling if they want to continue to get these wins.
Nick Paul controls the puck momentarily. Miletta's going to take a hit from Hendrickson right at his own bench. He plays it back to Siebenthaler. 24 to go in the power play. Siebenthaler to his right. He'll leave Nick Paul waiting. And then carried in on the right side. Goes into the opposite corner. Battalion will get it by Siebenthaler. High off the glass down the ice. Moran will stop it on the trapezoid. Maybe one more rush with the man advantage. We have played 3:45. Ice Dogs negate an early Battalion lead to tie it at 1. Siebenthaler for Fitzmaurice. Kept in by McCool. Left side. High slot. Ming stepped through everybody and just couldn't trigger a shot. Liberati on the left side off Thompson's stick, who by all rights should be showering right now. Bruce goes in to get it. Backhands it to the right side. McCool keeps it in towards the corner. Fitzmaurice gets there first. Bouncing puck will go to the left wing corner. Not. Keeping it away from Riley Bruce. No easy task against a 6'6" defenseman. Towards center it goes. Thompson trying to cut left against Mikulovic. Thompson, a bouncing shot off his stick. It's going to go wide. On the left wing side defensively, McCool can't control it. Goodrow against Mikulovic. Goodrow on the right wing. Cycles it back into the corner. Looking for his man Thompson. He's going to be covered there by Graham Knott. Two more players join the bottle. Amadio goes in the corner against Brosnan. Loose puck. Brosnan. Penalty coming up to the Ice Dogs. Coming out of the corner, the Battalion. Back to the left point. Smith is on the bench. Liberati playing it in behind the net. Amadio trying to come out. Gives up the shot. There's a stick loose at the corner as Brosnan is without his weapon. Liberati fires it. Moran stops it. Finally, Knott's going to touch it. And we're going to get a penalty called. It's going to be holding.
Brosnan, no stick.
Called by the Battalion bench at 5:12.
No stick. He's missing a glove. And he's a guilty party. Going to the box. Oh, the Battalion going back to the power play.
I think the holding, Chad, got called before the stick hit the ice.
Yeah, quite possible.
So it's an Ice Dogs Pro Oil Change penalty kill. Go to the pros at Pro Oil Change. Corner of Niagara and Carleton Streets in St. Catharines. Moletta and Goodrow blocker side in the offensive zone for the Battalion. Shot back to Liberati. Falling is Moletta as Liberati walks in. His shot's going to be blocked. Goes right to Moletta, who would stumble. He'll send it down to Jake Smith. Blue Jays from behind his goaltender. Leaves it for Liberati. He'll begin the power play rush. Left side, Amadio. Into the blue line, Mercer, as he kind of puts his head into the defenseman. Spun around to the opposite side. Fitzmaurice can't knock it out into the corner. Looking for it on the left wing side. Amadio gets it back to Liberati to the right point for Blue Jays. Couple of deflections, and that one goes wide. Trying to play it back to the point. Hustling, diving to get it out. Hayden can't. Amadio steps out in front, gets a couple of whacks at it, goes wide. Right wing side, Blue Jays. Back to Goodrow. He's cutting to his left. Leaves it on the right side for Blue Jays. Shot out in front, blocked by Mercer, but stopped by Goodrow at the point. Left side, Liberati walks in, tries to feather it through. There's a crowd in front of Brent Moran. Less than a minute to go in the penalty kill. Back to Blue Jays. Right point to the left side. Cross ice pass. Liberati gets it from Goodrow. Stopped by Moran. Loose puck. Getting it with the left hand as Hendrickson was right there off the crease. Hayden will grab it. Get it high off the glass and send it down the ice. Boy, the Ice Dogs looking like a team I hate from London with a number of bodies blocking shots in front of Moran.
Everybody paying the price to keep that puck out of the net.
McIver will go left side. Nick Paul can't get around Ming. Emperor Ming is going to take it to the left side. Not. We'll bring it in. Ming was a step offside. We'll get a face-off coming up just outside the Battalion blue line. We played 6:48. 24 still to go on the holding penalty to Brian Brosnan.
Well, good battle behind the play. Vince Dunn, Ben Thompson hacking and whacking each other. Thompson went down a little easy. Referee Scott Ferguson came by and politely told him, quit diving.
Face-off won by the Battalion. Miller will go to the right for Propland. He got his head up at the last moment. Or he would have been the victim of a Russian crunch. McIver coming up from behind his net, left-hand side. It's off Paul's skate. Sent back down the ice by Vince Dunn. Penalty served. Ice Dogs again successful. A man down as Proplin hustling through the center ice area. It goes to the left side for Miller. Miller, as it bangs off the backboards, Moran can't get it out in front of the net. It's a sea of black and Verhaeghe. One hands at left side for Perlini. Verhaeghe barely getting a left hand on it is Smith. Ice Dogs see that puck go loose, but it's behind the goal line area. Unable to get a good crack at it out towards center. Brosnan and Mikulovic playing it towards the battalion zone. This is going to become an Ice Dogs icing, and we're going to take a quick break and explain why that one stunk. Ice Dogs 1, Battalion 1, right here in St. Catharines on 610 CKTV.
News Talk 610 CKTV. Ice Dogs Hockey. Brought to you by Joe Fetta's Greek Village, where the food and hospitality of Greece comes to your table.
Soft icing call there. Mikulovic had that puck in the neutral zone just on his side of center. And he tried to make a soft pass to Perlini, but he was still inside the zone, so he couldn't touch it. That puck barely had enough gas to get across the line between two North Bay defenders.
Hendrickson out of the corner, right pad save, spectacular. Brent Moran robs Alex Hendrickson, who basically is swearing into his right glove. He is absolutely stymied by the big goaltender.
Wow, huge save there by Moran. First one on Barclay Goodrow on that shorthanded breakaway. And now right here on Hendrickson, he puts his hands over his head. He is in disbelief. He was just robbed of a sure goal.
McKenzie and Corneal again on the glove hand draw. Miller plays it behind the net. Bertino looks for it, right-hand side, coming out of the corner. Chooses not to leave it for McKenzie. Goes to the opening opposite wing. Carell reaching for it. Weird Karam will go to Corneal. Mikulovic doesn't backhand it out. Instead goes forehand to the left-hand boards. Gillard's going to pick it up. Still in his own zone. Steps around one man. Can't get it out clean. So Bertino, a loose puck, will play back in. Brosnan gets there before Hendrickson, but Bertino picks off the pass. McKenzie loose out in front at the last moment. Ice Dog's stick prevented a scoring play. Caron back on the left-hand side. He steps around Riley Bruce. Nice little bit of stick handling, but he can't control it. Hendrickson, right side. Bertina heading to the net. Blocked by the Ice Dogs again. This time Luke Mercer. Caron through center. Cody Caron. Couple of nice moves. He's pulled down. Great move, Cody Caron. Ice Dogs back to the power play.
Well, great shift by Caron. Earlier on, he danced through the whole team as well and should have been called. Should have been called for the hold against him. Comes back into his own zone, picks up the puck, goes through another nice little rush. Gets hauled down again. This time, Bertina gets called for the hook, or the trip, whatever the penalty is. Ice Dogs have the power play here, almost at the midway point of this second period.
It's an Auto Value Hyundai power play.
What's the, now they've got a little bit of a conference going on, referees.
I have no idea what they're trying to figure out.
They got the wrong guy.
It's going to be Jamie Lewis going to the box. Auto Value Hyundai power play. They treat you like family.
They got two penalties, two tripping penalties.
Both?
They got two.
Okay.
Each referee had a different trip.
This is getting weirder by the moment.
Stan Butler, that's just a big smile on his face, and he shakes his head. Ice Dogs full. 2 minutes, two-man advantage. Two tripping plays on the same play. Never seen that before.
Four forwards for the Ice Dogs. There's the lone defenseman. Left side, one back to Mercer. Middle of the ice. Verhaeghe will join him. Left side feed. Backdoor. Perlini stopped by Smith. That was set up nicely. 5-on-3 Ice Dogs advantage. Mercer over to the left side for Ming. Ming, top of the face-off circle. Give it back to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe to Ming. Verhaeghe to Ming. He'll get a shot away. They score! It's amazing!
Well, they tried it on the one side. Perlini was stopped by a nice save by Smith. They set it up back and forth at the point. And this time they go low to the left side. It goes to Eric Ming, and he gets that shot off and beats Jake Smith through the 5-hole.
I was going to say, the difference was Perlini picked the corner. Smith made a great save. Ming shot it right at him, and he got it through the little goaltender.
Put it through the 5-hole. Ice Dogs score, and they still have a minute 34 on the 5-on-4 advantage now.
That's an Auto Value Hyundai power play goal. They treat you like family. Help kids get in the game at 4060 Montrose Road, Niagara Falls. AutoValueHyundai.com. Maletta whips it in left side. Miller tries to get there first before Ming. Paul O'Golfin into his bench. And here's the announcement. Faceoff's going to stay in the battalion zone. Second of the playoffs for Eric Ming. Mercer and Verhage will get the assist on that power play goal. Milena ties up his man. Faceoff not done fairly. 1:16 to go. The Ice Dogs advantage. Mingle going to take this draw. Out there with Jenkins and Milena. Ming falls but plays it back to Dunn. Over to the opposite point. Siebenthaler can't get a clean shot through. Ming back to the point. Dunn! Snaps a shot, goes over top the net. Jenkins hustling. He gets hammered from behind. Wow, open season on Ice Dogs night for the battalion. Siebenthaler now will play it all the way down to Jake Smith. He's got to make the save, and Smith, he's going to fire it back out. Smith. If you're keeping score, Jake Smith is the only player in battalion colors not to hit an Ice Dog from behind tonight.
And Jake Smith gets a shot on goal. Dump that down right on net, right on Moran.
9 seconds away from the midway mark of regulation time, and the Ice Dogs have the lead in this all-important game number 4 at 2-1.
Still have 50 seconds remaining in this power play after scoring their first power play goal of the series.
Goodrow loses the draw, tries to go forward. Mercer left side for Verhage. He'll take a bump from McIver, slides along the wall. Goodrow double and triple team, can't get the puck out. 35 to go. Goodrow falls on the puck. Plays it behind the net for Bluegis, who's able to get it by the right hand of Luke Mercer and send it back down the ice. Still 25 seconds of Ice Dogs power play to come. Thompson thinks about following Hayden and peels away. Middle of the ice, left wing pass, Hayden. Perlini, give it up to Verhage, shot, big rebound, bounces over the right wing stick of Anthony DeFruscia. And shorthanded, Thompson coming back for the battalion, knocked off his stick as he falls by Aaron Hayden. Hayden will pick it up, he'll go to the left side, penalty about to come to an end. Verhage, about a day offside. 1 second of power play still to come. This is classic. 9:20 left in the period. We can't do the mid-period scrape on the ice because there's a man in the penalty box for 1 more second.
1 more second. You'd think the officials would let
what
this
the
one
heck?
go.
Yeah,
but neutral zone face-off, 1 second left. We'll see what happens.
Not on the draw as that penalty does come to an end. McCool's going to bring it in left side. 9:15 to go in the period. In the corner, Fitzmaurice can't play it from McCool. McLeod will play it off the wall, leave it right there for Miller. Backhand pass, sharp one to Proplin. Proplin can't find the puck. Brosnan can't find the puck. McCool can find the puck. Rolls off his stick. Proplin behind the net. Gets it, playing it back to the left point for Liberati. Towards the goaltender, big save, a great stop. Moran, Rob job again with that left pad. Proplin's going to see that in his nightmares. As it's behind the net, Proplin will get it away from Brosnan. Paul, one-timer, he's going to miss low on the blocker's side. McLeod, sharp-angled shot, bounces in the air. Ice Dogs need to corral it. Paul misses the net 1 more time, and we're going to get an Ice Dogs penalty for a hook.
Looks like it's going to be Hayden McCool going to the box. Right in the
slot. This one's going to come at 11:29. We get our mid-period break, even though we're not supposed to. Ice Dogs lead at 2-1 over North Bay. Period number 2, Ice Dogs hockey for Joe Fetta's Greek Village, where the food and hospitality of Greece comes to your table. Lake Street in St. Catharines. You're listening to 610 CKTV.
Love. It feeds you, connects you, and brings you home at night. It's the moment you say, oh yeah, that's it. And it's the crowning glory of your professional kitchen design experience at Distinctive Designs. The final walkthrough. It's your fall in love moment.
Hi, this is Ann from Distinctive Designs. From vision to walkthrough, our design team works to ensure your vision is beautifully brought to life and finished to your complete satisfaction. Be inspired today at distinctivedesigns.ca.
Your Niagara Ice Dogs are only on Niagara's News Talk 610 CKTB and online at 610CKTB.com.
Hayden McCool, 11:29. He gets the hooking call. Ice Dogs going on a Pro Oil Change penalty kill. Go with the pros at Pro Oil Change. Niagara and Carlton Streets in St. Catharines. One back to Liberati. Left side, Amadio into the corner. Henderson back to the left point man, Liberati. Flip-flopping with Bluegis now. He gives up the one-timer, loses the puck. Mileta breakaway. Short-handed Mileta on the break. Mileta comes the move. Scores!
Wow, we just talked about this off air. Dylan Blue just struggling tonight. And right there on the power play, tries to walk across the blue line backwards, loses his footing. Jordan Maleta picks up the puck all alone from the blue line. Beautiful little head fake. Goes top shelf on Smith. 3-1 Ice Dogs. They pick up their first power play goal of the series. Now their first shorthanded goal of the series. And they have a 2-goal bulge with 8:10 to go here in the second period.
The only man whose sweater matches his number of operating fingers, Jordan Maleta, number 9. He gets number 2. This one's
and Anthony
bigger.
DeFrugia. He's got 10.
Yeah, but Perlini doesn't have 11. Played in by the battalion. Paul's going to leave it left side for Thompson. Ming greets him in the corner off his stick. Back to Miller. Miller from the left point cutting right. Goes over to McIver. Miller, middle of the ice. He's got Ming in his face. Back to McIver looking for a screen. Paul from the right wing. Back to Miller. Right point for McIver. 1 minute to go in the kill. Cross ice. Hits a stick. Moran with the left hand. And it's Proplin again. If he's got a belief in a higher power, he doesn't have one right now, as Brent Moran is making Vincent Proplin's life miserable.
Well, now you can see it. It's starting to get into the heads of the North Bay Battalion. We saw Hendrickson do this, and now Proplin, after robbed by Moran, they both look to the sky, cover their face with their hands in disbelief. So Moran getting into the heads of the battalion.
Makulovich off the left side boards, help from Fitzmaurice to get it out. 50 to go in the penalty kill. Moran stops it behind the net. Yeah, why not? He tries to play it out. Stop right side by Blugis into the corner. Misses the captain, Goodrow. Hustling the opposite way. Done. And Hendricks in a bit of a joust. It's loose towards the goaltender. Ice Dogs. Again, Makulovich sending it down the ice. Alex Makulovich hasn't had the greatest of playoffs, but they need him, and he's out there killing a penalty with Vince Dunn.
Yeah, he's engaged here tonight physically. Just missed a hit there, but he's having a great game.
Amadio tries to go through everybody. Nearly succeeds, but is taken away. Goodrow will go from the right side to the left point man. Liberati backdoor, doesn't get the Goodrow. Amadio right side, 10 to go in the penalty to McCool. Makulovich is going to get it over the top of Blugis, and that'll do it. Standing up in the box is McCool. Verhage kills out the rest of the penalty by knocking down Liberati. Brosnan, left point shot off the backboards. Well, the circus is in town as Smith gets it off the back wall, hangs on as it was coming for the blue paint. 6:26, 3-1 Ice Dogs, 3 unanswered here in the second period.
Well, Ice Dogs have come out flying here in this second period, only 6.5 to go. But we talked about it, which team was going to settle down after the first period. Clearly, it has been the Ice Dogs.
Siebenaller can't keep it in, but he controls the puck. Going high in the air, bouncing it in is DeFrucia. Blugis can't deal with it. Verhage's got it right side. Sees Brosnan. Brosnan, blocker stopped by Smith. Perlini jabbing at it, trying for a deflection. He's covered along the wall without hitting him in the numbers. Verhage knocks Lewis down, and this is horrible. This is a cheap one. And Santos are going to call it a holding penalty. And it comes here at 14:01. Of the second period. Uneven officiating is my Christian way of describing it here in the second period.
Now Carter Verhage going to the box for the, let's call it the hold. That's what the penalty officially is going to be, but real tough one there. They were just battling on their way back, and both players go down. Verhage gets nailed for the hold.
Won by the battalion, left point to right point. McIver from Miller. Right side, Nick Paul. Slot man is Thompson. Miller blocked by Maleta, can you say 2? Left-hand corner, Thompson out in front, broken up, loose puck! Fired over the net by Proplin. He's trying to make it perfect. Ice Dogs get it out of play on a Pro Oil Change penalty kill. Go with the pros at Pro Oil Change, corner of Niagara and Carlton Streets, right here in St. Catharines.
Well, real nice play there by Luke Mercer to deflect that one out. Fitzmaurice banged that into the high slot. Good scoring opportunity for Proplin, but Luke Mercer, active stick, deflects it over the glass.
Hall wins it so clean, it bounces by the defenseman. He's got to take it back in, but Proplin is way too quick on the advance. Minute and 33 to go in a disjointed battalion power play. Ice Dogs a man down, leading it by 2.
You know what? The battalion are starting to really second-guess themselves here, and Moran and the defensive style of the Ice Dogs here are starting to get into their head. They can play the defensive style, but they don't know how to beat it.
Magel win the draw back to Hayden. He'll find an open left side. Bank shot, and Smith will stop it on the trapezoid behind his net. 5:22 to go in the period. With Chad Nelson, I'm Ted Lehman. Ice Dogs on the penalty kill, leading at 3-1. Kick towards the point, but not out. Right point, Blue just stepping in. Mercer gets a skate in the way of that one. It's going to deflect out of play. 1:13 to go. Ice Dogs hockey at 610 CKTV. You know those glowing...
I was just going to say.
They were there in the first game. These glowing red lit up hats. And if you look down, the owners are wearing them tonight too. I kept thinking people were taking a lot of pictures or goal lights. Knott's going to win the face-off, and again, snap down the ice by Dunn. Smith will have to stop it behind the net. I swear, I kept thinking people were taking 47 pictures.
And it looks like there's more of them here tonight than there was in the first game.
Left side, Amadio for Goodrow. Nothing doing, says Vince Dunn. He'll send it back down the ice. Smith stops into the trapezoid. Blue Jays, 50 to go in this Ice Dogs penalty kill. Left side, Amadio from Blue Jays through center. Mikulovic stands him up. Knott picks up the garbage, gets it by Blue Jays, sends it back down the ice. Right now, Battalion power play just having a struggle getting into the zone cleanly as Liberati will try his luck, heading through center. He's able to get in the high slot, leans on one, rebound. Great defensive play by Knott. Last moment, he lifts the stick of Matt McLeod.
What a great play by a heads-up rookie. This kid, his future is so bright here with the Ice Dogs.
It's going to be Kyle Wood to the right for McLeod. McLeod hammered into by Mercer. One hand on the stick. Fitzmaurice, enough of an oomph to get it back to the Battalion blue line. Left side, Bertina spins away from the hit of Maletta. Puts it into the midsection of Miller. He'll get a shot blocker save. Penalty is expired. This one will come back to the right point for Wood. Walks off the wall. He's going to play it over there for McKenzie, who takes it into the corner against Verhaeghe. Loose puck, forehand behind the net. It's going to be Hayden. Knocked down, but it gets to Fitzmaurice. Verhaeghe heading to the goaltender. Fitzmaurice didn't see him. Verhaeghe collides behind the net. Surprised they didn't get him for holding. Millette out in front. Siebenthaler hustles, plays it along the wall. Glove down by Verhaeghe. They leave him alone. He goes high, and pinning it on his blocker with his left hand is Jake Smith. Time for a quick break. 3:28 to go. Game 4, second period. Ice Dogs up 3-1 on North Bay in St. Catharines here on 610 CKTV.
News Talk 610 CKTV. Ice Dogs Hockey. Brought to you by Joe Pettis Greek Village, where the food and hospitality of Greece comes to your table.
Way back underway in the Battalion zone. Verhaeghe with help from his friends. DeFrucia and Perlini unable to keep it deep. Lewis plays it back to Blue Jays. 3:15 to go, middle period. Played back into the Ice Dog zone around the back of the net. Ends up on the right-hand side. Battalion try to shovel it out in front. They do, but all they find is Blake Siebenthaler. Jarvis tries to pin him. He'll go to Brosnan. Picked off in the center ice area by Santos. They meet at the blue line. Lewis then knocked off stride by Perlini. Siebenthaler hits Brosnan with the puck. Bounced into the right-hand corner. Lewis out in front. He gets the pass from Jarvis, but nothing doing, and Brosnan plays it out across to the right-hand side for Anthony DeFrucia. He'll bounce it into the corner. Ice Dogs look to make changes. Long pass left-hand side, Amadio, 2:35 to go. Dropping it back for Goodrow. He tries to return the favor, won't get there. Punch to the right by Moran. Stopped at the left-hand point area by Miller. It takes a nice bump from DeFrucia. They collide in front of the penalty box. Puck is played out in front. Linesman trying to break up Miller and DeFrucia. Succeeds, so no penalty. Ice Dogs in a scramble, though. Liberati out in front, loose puck. Amadio can't control it. Left point for Liberati. Right point for Miller. It's behind him. All he can do is play it high off the right side glass. Amadio covered up in front. Trying to step out in front of Battalion. Jenkins gets a lovely, friendly bounce with less than 2 to go off the left side wall. Off the glass back in the center ice area. Goodrow going across ice. Hits one man. Mikulovic goes to Amadio. He'll play it into the corner. Attention to detail time for the young Ice Dogs. 4 players battle to the right of Brent Moran. Oh, my. Please, we got to get embellishment on this one. Ben Thompson gets the Bill Barber Award for selling it. Right-hand side, touching the puck will be Maletta. You know, 9 to 5 I sell for a living. I have never sold as well as Ben Thompson just did. That was he shouldn't be in the hockey game, and now he's trying to draw a second one. 18:32 will be the time of this ridiculous penalty to the Ice Dogs. Battalion getting all the breaks from the stripes, still trailing at 3-1.
Marty Williamson here in disbelief, too. He just doesn't even want to talk to the ref. Referee came over and looked at him, shook his head, and waved him away. Mikulovic back to the box here, this time for cross-checking.
Knott will win it back to Mercer. Nobody decides to come see Mercer, so he orders 2 sugars and half a cream, then sends it down the ice. 1:18 to go in the period. Oh, my. Coplin is going to be surrounded, and the Ice Dogs are going to play it off Miller. Back out the center, left side for Nick Paul. Paul will get a shot. Rod Mahood PA'd out there at the jack, just cracked me up. Into the last minute as Ming looks for a loose puck against Proplin. Hustling Mercer gets it to Ming. Did you hear? Rod Mahood got me because he announces the in-building sponsors, and this time he went, another Ice Dogs penalty kill. It's a Pro Oil Change penalty killer on 610 CKTV. It's happening at Niagara and Carlton Streets in St. Catharines. Go with the pros at Pro Oil Change. Right side, Proplin to nobody, because Liberati hadn't finished the change. He's got to pick it up in his own zone. 30 to go in the period, a minute in this ridiculous power play for the Battalion. Knocked off Liberati's stick. He'll have to recover behind the net against Dunn. Ice Dogs, 2 of them behind the net. They jab away at the loose puck. Battalion Liberati, it's going to be rifled by the Ice Dogs on a bounce. Back towards Jake Smith. 10 to go in the period. Then Smith plays fast and loose with the puck in the blue paint. This one's going to end with an Ice Dogs 3-1 advantage as it's chopped away from the power play of the Battalion. Liberati, he'll just play it along the left wing wall. Why bother shooting at that distance? You're not getting it by Brent Moran in that 20 minutes of play. Ice Dogs will skate away with a 3-1 advantage. We finish 40. The Ice Dogs get the only 2 goals of period number 2 to stake out a 2-goal lead. We're coming back with Chad Nelson and our producer Drew Comerford. I'm Ted Lehman. We're at the Jack in St. Catharines. Game number 4. Ice Dogs and the Battalion. Ice Dogs lead at 2-1 and 3-1 in this hockey game on Ice Dogs Hockey for Joe Pettis Greek Village, where the food and hospitality breeze comes to your table. Lake Street in St. Catharines. This is 610 CKTV.
My heart's in overdrive and you're behind the steering wheel.
Performance Auto Group. 50 years, 16 brands, another golden opportunity. Celebrate Canada's best lease rates at Grimsby Hyundai and Performance Hyundai Equus. Lease a 2014 Accent for only $75 bi-weekly, or a 2014 Elantra for only $85 bi-weekly, or purchase at 0% financing for 60 months. This celebration won't last long. Canada's best lease rates at Grimsby Hyundai and Performance Hyundai Equus. Now that's performance.
Need some sweet relief? Come into Raymakers. Hi, this is Kathy from Raymakers Dutch Imports. Treat yourself to our selection of up to 95 varieties of cookies imported from Holland, or cookies fresh from the bakery. And with more than 144 bins of candies to choose from, we're sure to satisfy your sweet tooth. See what's on sale this week at Raymakers Dutch Imports at 579 Ontario Street in St. Catharines. Remember, you don't have to be Dutch to shop Raymakers.
Yar! It's be a long-standing tradition to eat only fish during Lent. That's be why we've set our sails for Lakeport Fish and Chips.
People come from far and wide for the great taste of Lakeport Fish and Chips, especially during Lent. The tasty golden crunch gets them every time. Lakeport Fish and Chips. 3 great locations, 1 great taste. Lakeport at Linwell, St. Catharines, Lundy's Lane at Kaylar, Niagara Falls, and Highway 8 at DeWitt in Stony Creek. LakeportFishandChips.com.
2 down, 1 to go. Let's take a look back at the middle period and get ready for the third on Niagara's News Talk 610 CKTB.
Here at the Jack with Chad Nelson in St. Catharines. I'm Ted Lehman. Drew Comerford, thank you so much. Great production work in the White House of Puck. Ice Dogs give up a power play goal late in a disadvantage. 5-10 of the first period. Nick Paul gets his second, but Mitchell Fitzmaurice on follow the bouncing puck gets his first at 12:31 from Siebenoller and Knott. Even though the Ice Dogs are outshot 16-8 and both goalies don't look comfortable, the first period ends tied at 1. On to the second period where the Ice Dogs started with an extended power play, nothing doing. Shortly after that, it's a Revlon call. They do the makeup as Brian Brosnan gets a holding call of 5-12. Lewis and Brettina both get tripping calls at 8:41. And I got to admit, that was one of the short of coincidental holding. I always use that to the highest standard. 2 guys called for tripping. I don't know who the second one was on. But 5-on-3, Eric Ming capitalizes 9:07. It's going to be his second, this one with a goaltender in the net, even though he went 5-hole. Carter Verhaeghe, Luke Mercer on the assist. And then at 11:50 as the Ice Dogs really got nailed with the penalty calls in the latter half of period number 2. But Maletta, from a stumbling Dylan Blugis, walks in shorthanded, his second. And at 11:50, the Ice Dogs extend the lead to 3-1. Shots in that period favored the Ice Dogs. Why am I shocked? They're down 26-19 after 2. But the shots favoring the Ice Dogs, that's a minor miracle because Hayden McCool at 11:29 for hooking, Carter Verhaeghe holding 14:01, Alex Mikulovic cross-checking at 18:32, and one of 2 battalion players have no business being in this hockey game after 2 shot from behind calls onto the back and the number 11 of Brendan Perlini. So I got all my frustrations out, Chad. We'll let you dive in. I think I know where you're going with this. The play, maybe of the series, not only just the second period.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, I'm not going to change it. What do you got?
Did you have the power play goal?
Okay, all right.
I had the shorthanded goal.
Oh, really?
Think about it. I mean, it's a 2-1 hockey game,
it's a separator, I guess.
They're on the power play, and, 9 fingers goes in. Hard enough to do with 10. Jordan Malletta's doing it short one, buddy.
Yeah, well, I guess. You know what? But I'm still giving it to the power play goal because, hey, it's their first power play goal of the series, and their power play was so influential in this regular season. So, again, good puck movement. Get the puck set up to Perlini on the right side for a one-timer. Jake Smith comes across in nice anticipation. Nice save. Ice Dogs good persistence. Get it back to the point. Over to Mercer. Over to Verhaeghe. Down low to Ming. Ming one-times it from the other side, and it goes 5-hole. And that gave the Ice Dogs a 2-1 lead.
See, on good radio, you disagree. So we're allowed to disagree.
There we go.
So
that's fine.
That's how those things go. Now we get to flip a switch. Brett Moran has been 2 different goaltenders from the first to the second.
For sure, he has. He made 3 huge saves in that period. But I'm going to give him the first save. Shorthanded breakaway. Barclay Goodrow. It's their leading scorer, their best player. Gets a clear-cut breakaway off a nice bounce pass from Miller in his own zone. And he goes in. He tries to go backhand to forehand, and then he goes along to the left post. But Moran kicks out that left pad, makes a huge save to start the period. North Bay comes out and scores a shorthanded goal right there. Let's consider this game over. They can shut it down like nobody else in the league. Moran makes a big save, turns into 3 goals on the board for the Ice Dogs. And here we go. North Bay is looking skyward, wondering how do we beat this kid.
Now, you bring up the point. Stan Butler can't play close to the vest anymore. Now he's got to try and open it up in the lovely little confines here. And the Ice Dogs have already been through one of these periods. They got through it in game number 2. They hopefully gained from the experience, and they got the legs to get it done. But Stan Butler has to open things up in this third period.
He does. He has to. You can't go home down 3-1. You lose your home ice advantage. If he can tie this up, if he can tie this series up, they've got 3 games, or 2 of the 3 games are left in North Bay. Advantage North Bay.
Okay,
if they come back. Ice Dogs win this one. 2 of the next 3 games are in Niagara. Then you got trouble.
So, a couple of things to get to on 61010. You can text us all the time. Judy, wow, goal. Go with that power play. See, she agrees with you. Go Dogs, that's from Judy. And another one locally that came in at about 8:30. It says, hearing double on computer, can't make out broadcast. Okay, so for you didn't write your name, but it's okay. For you, Ice Dogs 3, North Bay 1. Ice Dogs 3, North Bay 1. So we go to break. When we come back inside hockey, what about these goaltenders? That's our topic. It's coming up next on Ice Dogs Hockey for Joe Fetta's Greek Village, where the food and hospitality of Greece comes to your table. Lake Street in St. Catharines. It's a 3-1 40-minute advantage for the home team, looking to make it a 3-1 series right here on 610 CKTB.
Auto Value Hyundai comes through again. The huge factory authorized 5-day sale has been extended. 0% financing up to 60 months. Extended up to $11,000 in price adjustments. Extended. Got a trade? Debbie at Auto Value Hyundai is ready to give you top dollar for your trade. Don't buy anywhere else until you see Auto Value Hyundai during the factory authorized 5-day sale. Extended to March 31st. What are you waiting for? Head to Auto Value Hyundai, Montrose and Thoroldstone Road, Niagara Falls. Open Sundays.
LASIK Pro Vision.
I'm Dr. Andrew Taylor, founder of LASIK Pro Vision. We're proud to offer enhanced technology for vision correction. There's never been a better and safer time to experience the freedom enjoyed with laser eye surgery. See the way you want to see.
For a limited time, LASIK Pro Vision offers free preliminary eye exams. To see if you're a candidate for LASIK surgery, call 1-888-510-2020 or visit LASIKProvision.com.
LASIK Pro Vision.
Ice Dogs Hockey on Niagara's News Talk 610 CKTB. Talking hockey with insiders from the OHL and beyond as we go inside hockey.
Inside Hockey for Desks Plus. Shape your office, shape your future. The Plus opening your imagination to office space. New creative showroom. 166 Bunting Road, St. Catharines. DeskPlus.com. Here in the intermission, this one Inside Hockey is simply entitled, What's Up with These Goalies? And we're going to be talking about what's been going on in the London-Windsor series. Here with Chad Nelson, I'm Ted Lehman. And Chad, we'll start with the easy one. Anthony Stolarz swings the stick, connects with the back of Josh Ho-Sang's head, gets a 2-minute minor for his on-ice efforts, and then gets an 8-game suspension. I'll start with the first question. We all know London's hosting the Memorial Cup. Are you shocked with the 8-game suspension to their number one goaltender?
No, not really. Basically, the optics of that, although the slash was not all that bad, really it wasn't done with a lot of force, but the optics of it was pretty disgusting, really.
Yeah, but I'm sitting here, London's hosting the Memorial Cup. Darlings of the league right now, and they got their own TV show and everything like that. And you and I were talking actually via telephones when we were driving down, and I made the point that somebody made to me. So London sweeps Windsor, and with Windsor's injuries, that's not a ridiculous statement to make. If London was to lose in maybe 5 games, this could be Anthony Stolarz out for multiple games of the Memorial Cup. What about the optics of that?
Well, yeah, I guess your number one goalie, and nothing against Jake Patterson, but he's not the same goaltender. What's even more amazing is Stolarz didn't even get kicked out of the game. He's got 2 minutes for slashing, and that was it. And then, so I'm sure the officiating crew had, or the officiating... the supervisors had something to say about that. Like, why didn't you kick the goalie out for something like that? If you look at the replay, the referee gives a motion as if to say kind of like he's kicking him out. And ended up only giving him the 2 minutes and was able to stay in the game. But then to get 8 games after that looks pretty bad on the on-ice official who let him stay in the game.
Here with Chad Nelson and Ted Lehman. What's up with these goalies, Windsor and London? We'll go to the other side. Dylan Kuchemi. He's in Game 3. They're getting pasted. Alex Fotinos is the backup goalie, former netminder for the Barrie Colts. He is sick. He is so sick, there's no way he's going in. And suddenly, as Windsor is really taking it, I think it was 8-1 at the time, Kuchemi just skates to his bench, has them open the door, goes off the ice, keeps going, leaves the building. And then what happens is Warren Reichel, Bob Bugner, I don't know which combination of what, goes out and lambastes the young goaltender, and this has become, almost a major soap opera controversy. Let's just start with this simple thing. You hear about Kuchemi leaving the ice, opening the door, and leaving the building. What was your gut reaction?
Surprise. I couldn't believe that at all. I've seen goaltenders pull themselves. I think of Patrick Waugh, and guys like that, but to actually go to the dressing room, get changed, and then actually leave the building, that's something I've never even heard of before. That was surprising.
Now, as somebody who's such a fan of this league, what would it take for you to basically, he's I think, ended his career, unless something comes out in terms of there's some kind of mental, I got to use the phrase mental illness, some kind of emotional illness, unless that comes out, Dylan Kuchemi, who's going to touch this goaltender?
Well, not many people. It's not like he is one of the top goaltenders in the league. So this definitely works against him, that's for certain, and real surprising, and it's unfortunate that the way that it went down, they weren't able to keep him at the rink.
I love the point you made when we were talking earlier today, because it didn't hit me. In light of Terry Trafford, your big shock was that he got out of the building.
You know, it's that's one thing that makes me wonder, like, if he is leaving the game, he may not be mentally stable. Somebody should have done more of an effort to keep him at the rink. You know, it's going to have to get to the point now where maybe the kids, when they come into the rink, they turn in their keys. You know what I mean? So that they can't take off in a situation like that. That's kind of the way, maybe it'd be a knee-jerk reaction or a little bit of an overreaction, but that would prevent the kids from being able to get in their car and leaving in a situation like this. I've never seen this before, but you don't know, really. What can you do? It might happen to you one day. You might be a dad of one of these players one day. I'd be up in arms that basically when I send him off to Windsor, Peterborough, I don't care where I'm sending him, they're now his parents. They're responsible for him. That would have made me crazy. Well, for sure, because he is, emotionally shaken. You don't just pull yourself out of a game, giving up 8 goals on however many shots he had, and they were being shell-shocked. I'm sure he was embarrassed. And to do something like that, that's completely out of the norm. And you get in your car, he's obviously not mentally fit to drive. Who knows, right? Like, it's just, he shouldn't even have been driving. I think there should have been a little bit more of an effort to keep him at the rink. Even if it's, that's Warren Reichel could have been chasing him down. I don't know. I'm not going to be running away from Warren Reichel. But, boy, oh boy. Here at Chad Nelson, I'm Ted Lehman. Is the league going to have to do something now? We know in the pros, if somebody has a substance abuse problem, there's counseling. If they have other issues, there's counseling. I can't answer this question. I don't know if the OHL has that structure in place. Yeah, you know what, and neither do I. It's that could just be maybe nothing across the board. It could just be team by team may have a different setup. The Ice Dogs may have some sort of psychological counseling, whereas the North Bay Battalion may not, or vice versa. You just don't know. And I'm sure there is going to be, in light of the Terry Trafford and now Kuchme here, I'm sure in the offseason there are going to be some new standards set. So Windsor and London with Chad Nelson, we finish it up. What's up with these goalies? We're going to continue with the window on the OHL. That's Inside Hockey for Desks Plus. Shape your office, shape your future. Plus opening your imagination to office space. New creative showrooms at 166 Bunting Road, St. Catharines. DeskPlus.com. Ice Dogs Hockey's on 610 CKTV.
What's the deal with my brain? Why am I so obviously insane? In a perfect situation, I let love down the drain. There's the pitch.
Hi, this is George from Joe Fetta's Greek Village. Spring is finally here, so it's a great time for an invigorating Mediterranean experience. At Joe Fetta's Greek Village, we specialize in authentic Greek cuisine. Come in today for our famous avgolemono soup, delicious souvlaki, and flaming saganaki. Then treat yourself to our yummy baklava. Our expanded dining room can accommodate groups of any size. Joe Fetta's Greek Village, 290 Lake Street, St. Catharines. Call 646-3399 or visit us at joefetta.com.
When your plumbing's broken and your drains won't flow, call on Mr. Rooter, he's the plumber we all know. Ready to assist you and he really loves to serve. Mr. Rooter is the plumber you deserve.
Why does Mr. Rooter let you know the price before he starts the work? Because Mr. Rooter knows that most people want to know what it's going to cost instead of worrying about how long it's taking. There's a reason they call us Mr.
Mr. Rooter is the plumber you deserve.
News Talk 610 CKTB, Ice Dogs Hockey, and the latest from around the league. Window on the OHL.
3 straight and 2 in the second. Ice Dogs going to the third. They're up 3-1 over visiting North Bay, trying to make the series. 3-1 Ice Dogs here in game number 4. Elsewhere, Sudbury, 17:44 to go in regulation. They're up 2-1 over visiting Barrie. They got to have it to keep the series going. Same story for Peterborough. Stephen Lorentz, the only goal late in the second, so they're off to the third with Peterborough leading Kingston 1-0. London, a 2-1 advantage over Windsor, Austin, and Smith. Johnson replies, and that one's going to the third. Just 20 minutes left in the Spitfire season, if they can't get another. 2-2, it's tied up in the middle of the period by Brendan Gauntz. So to the third, Erie even with Saginaw, and once again, down 3-1, the Spirit have to hold serve on home ice. Oshawa, they get the only goal of the middle period. Sturkdale Cole the first, Lawton in the second. Cianfroni and Burnside in the opening period. 2 for 3, Oshawa on the power play. And with 2 to go in the second period, Do or die for the Steelheads, and they're trailing Oshawa 3-2. A couple of texts to get to before we get into the break in the third period. It says, your one text was right. We have season tickets for my husband and son. I listen on the radio. Score never announced often enough, but otherwise, great commentating. That's how they wrote it. I like that, commentating. That's cool. Commentating. And another one comes in, St. Catharines 4-0. It says, gee, like I was there. Thanks, Ted. JM. Appreciate you listening in, and we're going to come back with period number 3. Ice Dogs. All-important third period up 3-1 over North Bay. Here on Ice Dogs Hockey for Joe Fetta's Greek Village, where the food and hospitality of Greece comes to your table. Lake Street in St. Catharines. This is 610 CKTB.
Find beautiful window treatments at the best prices of the year. Hi, this is Petra from Lincoln Interiors, inviting you to our drapery sale. Visit us today for the latest trends, fabrics, and designs, and enjoy the best savings of the year on fabrics and Hunter Douglas blinds and shutters. Our expert designers can design a window treatment suited to your needs and budget. Don't miss our drapery sale at Lincoln Interiors on Niagara Stone Road in Virgil.
News Talk 610 CKTB proudly presents Niagara Ice Dogs Hockey. Brought to you by Joe Fetta's Greek Village, where the food and hospitality of Greece comes to your table. Here's Ted Lehman.
Hey, when Chad Nelson were at the Jack faceoff when Milletta to the right of Fitzmore is down the ice. 24 minutes of a battalion man advantage to be served here in the third. Milletta knocks it away. McIver will put it back in. Moran can't chop it down high along the back wall. McLeod loses it. Hayden can't get it. Proplin left side shot. Easily stopped. Hard on that blocking post by Brent Moran. 9 to go. Ice Dogs a face-off win away from going back to full strength with the 3-1 advantage here in the third.
And again, no rebound from Brent Moran. That's a big difference from what we saw in the first period. First period, both goaltenders were shaky. Second period, Moran really tightened it up.
One cleanly by Carter Verhage, zipped down the ice by the defense. Back into the play, Alex Mikulovic. Ice Dogs fans will appreciate another big playoff penalty kill as McIver goes left side, nearly picked out by Perlini. Goes to the right for Blugis. He'll put it into the skates of Mercer. Quickly on the right side, Perlini's got it. He owes these guys at least one. Perlini snapshot. Right into the battalion, Crass Smith, closest to 5-hole this time. We're going to face off on his glove hand side. 51 seconds gone here in a big third period in the playoffs.
There, Anthony DeFruzia doing his job again. Perlini with the shot, DeFruzia going hard to the net. Dylan Blugis off of his game completely tonight. All over DeFruzia, but DeFruzia just smiles and winks.
Verhage into the left-hand corner. Perlini tries to get there first against Wood. He can't. Battalion, Goodrow just flips it out to center, gives it away a second time to Fruscia. Off his stick, it goes to the right for Wood. Gives it up to Perlini, flips it towards the net off a couple of sticks. Battalion avoid disaster, and Dunn, center ice area, back in. On the right side boards, Verhage gets onside by Miller into the corner. Wood will get there. Behind his net, left side, Goodrow. Pinned momentarily by Perlini off the wall for Amadio. He'll leave it right side for Thompson. Into the Ice Dog zone. Thompson trying to barge around Dunn through the blue paint, but nobody home. Goes right to Anthony DeFruzia. His clearing attempt goes to Barclay Goodrow. Siebenoller loose behind Brent Moran. Backhand to forehand. Right side for DeFruzia. DeFruzia can't get it away from Amadio. On the left side boards, Verhage hits Thompson. Kicked out by DeFruzia to center for Perlini. There you go, what the doctor ordered. Nice little Stanley as it goes down the ice. Making the goaltender Smith play it. Right-hand side, Wood. Through center. Puts it right on the stick of Graham Knott. Knott hits a man. Can't get it deep. Now kicks it back towards the zone. This one's going to Jake Smith. He'll hang on for the faceoff. How about 17:56 in their zone? That's what's left. Ice Dogs with a 3-1 third period advantage.
Well, obviously, North Bay has to score here. I think they have to score by the 10-minute mark. I know they struck quickly in Game 2, 32 seconds, 2 goals. But I think if they want any hope of coming back in this one, they have to score before the 10-minute mark of this third period.
Pass towards the blue line. Right side, Mikulovic breaks it up. They'll try it again. Riley Bruce in his own zone. He gives it up to McCool, then tries to knock him off the puck. Hustling McKenzie has to prevent that advance. Chip by Brosnan, left-hand side into the corner. Bertino leans on him, but it goes to Mikulovic. Mikulovic, right side. Cross ice for McCool. Tries to cross center and play it in. Hendrickson got a body on him. Right at the blue line, McCool, left side, gets it off to Graham Knott. Knott's going to walk in. Unable to control the bouncing puck. McCool then thought about shot, thought about pass. Neither worked out for the rookie. Off the wall, right side for Hayden. He'll hold the line. Hayden towards the goaltender. Screen provided right there by Hayden McCool. It deflects dangerously wide as we have made it to 3 minutes gone. Third period, Ice Dogs up 3-1. Left side for McKenzie. In behind the net, trying to play it out in front. Off his stick, right side, Bertina trying to float his way out in front. Couple of nice moves off his stick. It goes to Gillard. He'll play it off Corneal's blade. Unfortunately for the Ice Dogs, deflection from their own side of center. It'll be a defensive zone draw, 3:15. Here into the third. Ice Dogs want the score to be the same as the series, 3-1.
And you can see frustration seeping into the Battalion game. Almost after every whistle, they're right in the face of an Ice Dog player, following somebody right to the bench, taking a little bit of a stick work. That's not the style that we're used to seeing this team play.
Shot saved, Moran, big rebound, bouncing puck. It goes right up into his midsection. Jarvis couldn't get enough hands on the stick and couldn't direct it by Brent Moran, thanks to the D work of Vince Dunn. He'll hang on for a rebound. That took 9 seconds off my life, and we'll have a glove hand side draw between Cornell and Lewis. Lewis wins it along the boards, gloves it down, right side. Jamie Lewis back to Blugis. Blugis blocked by Caron. This one will be backhanded in behind the net. Siebenaller behind the goaltender. That's going to hit a stick, but it stays in play. Desperate Battalion want to mount some offense. Ice Dogs trying to muscle it out. Can't get it out on 2 tries. Cornell, if at first you don't succeed, he hits somebody, but Caron is going to play it deep into the Battalion zone. Caron heads to the bench. Ice Dogs want to start that change. Short shifts, smart shifts, loose to Ming. Ming, nice move, steps in on Smith, scores! Shall we say it together? Amazing!
Unbelievable goal again. Eric Ming picks up that puck, dances around the defenseman, and he goes forehand, backhand, up over the blocking arm of Jake Smith. And oh boy, what a beautiful goal. He undresses McIver, then undresses Smith. 4-1 Ice Dogs, 4 minutes into the period.
Face-off win goes to Miller, left side, flipping it into the Ice Dog zone. Brosnan will get there first. Left side boards, glove down, center ice area. Jenkins hits the body of Maleta, but it squirts into the corner. He leans on Wood. Ming then jumps into Miller, and this one's going to be knocked out of play. Faced off will stay in the Battalion zone. They're going to take the roof off this place when Rod Mahood makes this announcement.
His second of the night and third of the playoffs. She was a beauty. Score by number 12, Eric Ming.
Well, it'll be technically unassisted. Right side, Miller's now going to jump up into the rush, trying to get into the Ice Dog zone behind the net. Stops. Left-hand side, Miller without pressure. Not sure what to do with the puck. Behind the net for Proplin. Proplin trying to get out backhand. He falls. Loose puck. Ice Dogs reach for it, just missing low. On the blocking side, the Battalion. Loose puck goes to Billy Jenkins. He'll leave it for Maleta just inside their own zone. And then Maleta crosses center. High on the glass, gets it into the left-hand corner. 4 seconds away from 5 gone, third period. 4-1 Ice Dogs. Moran's going to stop this shoot in behind the net. Butler boys want to change. Moran to the left for Mercer. Long on the right wing for DeFruscia. It's in his skates. He'll backhand it into the zone. Perlini nearly gets free as Liberati returns fire. Right side for Thompson. Playing it back for Liberati towards the goal crease. Goodrow can't get his stick on it. DeFruscia prevents the wraparound from Thompson on the opposite post. Blugis towards the net. Butterfly save with Goodrow in his face by Moran. Ice Dogs unable to control it. Amadio one-timer Liberati. That's the way your night's going. Goodrow just got cranked by that point shot. Blugis into the midsection of Brent Moran. No rebound. He hangs on. We get to our first quick break. 5:36 gone. Ice Dogs extend the lead to 4-1. You're listening to Game 4 in St. Catharines on 610 CKTB.
News Talk 610 CKTB. Ice Dogs Hockey. Brought to you by Joe Fetta's Greek Village, where the food and hospitality of Greece comes to your table.
Well, they just make an announcement. The shot blocking machine, Shane Rover, in the building tonight. And now you know why the Ice Dogs are blocking so many shots. They're doing it in respect for their former teammate, Shane Rover.
Hendrickson walks out of the corner, goal opportunity, and he just misses the net, unencumbered by any defenders. And then it's flipped out, brought back in, Battalion offside. 5:47 gone in the third. We're going to say attention to detail for the next 14-13.
Yeah, 100%. And you know, it's a full court press here for the Battalion. Earlier it was Miller. Now is Blue just jumping up in the rush. They're doing anything they can to try and create some offense now.
Jake Smith will be jumping in soon. Left side, it's for Hayden McCool. Puck in his skates, but off the wall. Left wing for Knott. Knott's going to chip it by McIver. Get it in below the net. Playing it to the right wing for Fitzmaurice. Behind the net, McCool set up in the high slot as Knott can't play it out in front. Left side feed for Bertina. He'll cross center into the Ice Dog zone. One-on-one with Siebenthaler. Wow. When are they going to figure out you're not going to beat Siebenthaler one-on-one? Just too smooth with the blades as McIver off the right side boards for McKenzie. Into the Ice Dog zone. Right side. Can't get around Brosnan. We'll go to the opposite point. Liberati hustles towards the net. Knocked away by Vince Dunn. Right side for McKenzie. Drops it back for Jarvis. Knocked off his stick. McKenzie back to Bruce. Shot. Zipping on the left leg is Brent Moran. It's played along the backboards. Right side for Caron. He can't get it by Liberati. Off the glove of Dunn, but Brosnan's got it. He'll take his time as Hendrickson peels away to go to the bench, leaving the forecheck. Liberati doing great work. Left point. Hardy Williamson just sprouted a couple more gray hairs as the Ice Dogs are so close and now get it out opposite side. By Matt Gillard. Back in the zone. Liberati backpedaling, looking for an angle. Plays it left side. He'll get it to Jamie Lewis. Brosnan hits a linesman in the coconut. Puck goes back in the zone. Bruce will pick it up. 12:35 to go. Third period. Ice Dogs up 4-1. This one's taken in on the offside by Jamie Lewis right in front of the Battalion bench. We'll get a neutral zone draw coming up. 12:32 left here in the third. Ice Dogs up by 3.
Well, last game of the regular season, what was the final? I think it was 11-2. North Bay beat the Ottawa 67s, and you said it then. He said, they're blowing all their offense here before the playoffs. They could have used some of those goals here tonight.
Wasn't exactly playoff hockey that Sunday afternoon at the Gardens. Played back in by Miller. Battalion have to get out of the zone. Hayden sees the linesman with his hand in the air, takes his time. Backhands it left for Luke Mercer, crossing his own blue line. Mercer knows what to do. High on the right side, into the corner now. Squirts behind the net. Trying to clear it out. Jenkins plays it out in front, nearly gets it to Ming. This place will just flip if he gets a hat trick. McLeod, a good snapshot. At exactly the 8-minute mark, we get a whistle on Brent Moran's 31st save here on a Thursday night.
Well, he's on his way again. If North Bay wants to get back in this series here, they need to really start piling up the shots, trying to get some scoring opportunities. Moran needs to be big here in these last 12 minutes, as it's going to be all-out pressure for the Battalion.
Back to the right point. Butterfly stop McIver. Blue Jays now pinching it against DeFruscia. Mercer along the right wing wall. Ice Dogs will squirt it by the D towards center. McIver has to hustle to get it in his own zone. Perlini's there on the forecheck. Across to Amadio. Loose puck. Ooh. Can you say I didn't see all that black object come out into the neutral zone?
Part of it, but not all of it. That's what Verhaeghe's saying right now to the linesman. He's like, hey, that whole puck has to come across the line. It was fluttering into the linesman's defense, but if it wasn't 4-1 Niagara, I think you'd see a little bit more of an argument out of Verhaeghe, although it doesn't look like he's going to let this one go.
11:41 neutral zone draw. Amadio's jabbing at Verhaeghe as the Ice Dog centerman plays it in, pop back out. He jumps on a loose puck, backhands it just barely into the Battalion zone. DeFruscia swats at it, can't get it. Goodrow almost loses it to Verhaeghe. This one's off his stick. Mercer gets there before Thompson will arrive. Whips it around Perlini. He's going to get it by McIver. Races on. Blue Jays has to catch the Fruscia. The Fruscia backhands it out in front for Hagee behind the net. Playing it out in front. Thompson late on the back check. He's able to intercept the pass and off the backboards. Shot in by Perlini. Off the back wall. Smith will hang on. And AD is being AD. And the Battalion D, this time Dylan Blue Jays don't like it. The Fruscia being a disruptor. 11-10 to go here in the third period.
Oh, and he's completely under the skin of Dylan Blue Jays every time they're on the ice together. Blue Jays is constantly giving him a stick or a face wash. The Fruscia just smiles and skates away and then gets yelled at by the referee to get off the ice. Then he gives the ref a sarcastic look.
McKenzie can't get set, so Bertina has to go in, and he wins the draw from Graham. Not right side, Fitzmaurice looking for a loose puck. Knott will just bounce it towards the goaltender. Fitzmaurice has a roll off his stick. McCool cycles it in towards the trapezoid. Liberati gets a piece of Fitzmaurice. Knott tries to make sure Hendrickson can't get out. Hendrickson's going to go to the open left side. Brosnan a loose puck. Play it back in. Liberati as it squirts out towards the opposite wall. Knott's going to force it back in one more time. Graham Knott. Don't play it back to the point. Get it behind the net. He does so for Hayden McCool. McCool against Liberati. McKenzie can't get there. Fitzmaurice wants to keep it right behind the net. 30 to go before the midway mark of period number 3. Ice Dogs a 4-1 advantage. Into the corner. It's cycle time. Back to Mikulovic. Mikulovic shot. Smith got a piece of it. That one went out of play, and for about the third time tonight, a puck got stopped, and we never saw where it went.
No, again, Smith, he likes to deflect a lot of those ones high over the glass. He does it very well, but a couple times, you're right, we don't know if he saves it or if it goes wide. The one in the first period was the most amazing. I didn't even see that shot.
Caron tries to muscle through a faceoff on right side off his stick. Wood goes to the right wing for Santos, plays it out towards center. Lewis is going to carry it in left side for Miller. He guides one to Moran. I think he was looking for the deflection or the screen that never arrived. Dunn knocks his man off the puck. Caron can't get there. Miller able to play it towards the front of the net for Lewis. Gillard knocks it off his man. Right point shot by Wood. Finds the right pride of Brent Moran. And again, Caron can't get it out. Miller doing his job to keep it tight. Jarvis, backhand. They score.
This one here, you said it, tried to get it out. Gillard couldn't get it past Wood. Wood gets it up to Jarvis. Jarvis goes in and makes a quick little forehand, backhand move. Somehow this one slips past Moran on the glove side. A little bit of life here for the Battalion. 9:41 to go, and they make it 4-2.
That'll be Jarvis' second of the playoffs. Comes at 10:19 of the third period. Still a 2-goal advantage for the Ice Dogs.
Looked like it might have hit an Ice Dogs defenseman's stick and fooled Moran that way because Moran had it tracked. And Jarvis, I think, was going a little bit higher. Hits the stick and deflects underneath the glove of Brent Moran. Ice Dogs still have the 2-goal bulge. Under 10 minutes to go.
Left side, Miller to Proplin into the corner. Moran will collect it off the back wall. We'll get our mid-period break in with 9:33 to go in the third period. Ice Dogs 4, Battalion 2. This is Game 4 in the best of 7 for Joe Fetta's Greek Village, where the food and hospitality of Greece comes to your table. Lake Street in St. Catharines. This is 610 CKTV.
April 7th, Discovery gets jacked. In the Big Easy, house jacking is anything but easy.
This job can kill you. You go too fast, the house falls off the jacks. Everybody's dead.
Enter Jeremy Patterson and his crew of ex-cons.
Sometimes you just gotta look danger in the face and laugh, man.
Lifting spirits, one foundation at a time.
It's their largest investment of their lives. They're trusting me to make it right.
The all-new series, Jacked. Monday, April 7th at 10, only on Discovery.
Jacked. It's the only place where Niagara's future NHL stars can be heard. You're listening to Niagara Ice Dogs Hockey, only on News Talk 610 CKTB and online at 610CKTB.com.
Face-off glove hand side. Paul using his size to come up behind the net. Left-hand corner near the goal line area. It's Vince Dunn. Stopped at the right side. It's kept in. McLeod. Right-hand corner trying to come up behind the net. Siebenthaler takes a bit of a hook from McLeod. Right side for Ming. He's going to go high in the air into the right hand of Kyle Wood. Right side boards from McLeod into the Ice Dog zone. Shot off the board. It's going to be stopped in the butterfly by Moran. Miller in behind the net. McLeod rolls off his stick. It'll go to Maletta. High off the glass. Miller won't reach it. His puck's going to be spinning top all the way down the ice. Ice Dogs on the icing. 8:51 left here in the third period.
Pretty much every player on that battalion bench watch the clock as that puck goes across the blue line, the icing red line, to make sure that clock was stopped right when the whistle went. And, of course, the off-ice officials here made the right play and stopped it as the whistle went.
Right side into the corner, Thompson covered by Mercer. In to get it is Amadio. Goodrow trying to get set up for a shot. Puck doesn't arrive, and Perlini's away with it. Left-hand side to Fruscia, far right. Perlini, veteran play for the second-year forward. Gets it in behind Jake Smith. Goodrow will take a right wing pass. 8.5 to go, third period. 4-2 Ice Dogs. One-handed to Blugis in on the rush. That shot changed direction as Hayden plays it along the wall. Hits Thompson, goes to Perlini. He'll keep Goodrow away from the puck. Shovels it in front for Hagee. Scores!
Well, that's the best way to answer it. A nice goal by Carter Verhaeghe. Good work by all three. Aaron Hayden gets it hard around the boards, up to DeFruscia, over to Perlini. And then Verhaeghe walks across the crease and just a quick little flip up over top of the glove of Jake Smith and absolutely fooled him. Huge goal right there for the Ice Dogs. Regain that 3-goal lead with 8:14 to go.
On the faceoff, Fitzmaurice can't get it away from Knott. Played back in. McKenzie taken away at the Ice Dogs blue line. McCool's going to get it deep. Second for Carter Verhaeghe. Prettieth of the postseason. All three line mates in on that one. As Chad mentioned, Perlini and DeFruscia as McKenzie is back in. Easy stop on the butterfly. Left wing shot by Moran. Back to the right point. They try to go to the right point. Fitzmaurice picks it off. Liberati had already gone back to North Bay, so he couldn't recover a loose puck. Oh, Ice Dogs play it to their own bench.
Dangerous play.
You have no idea how many gray hair I just sprouted on that one. Liberati's knocked off stride. No arms in the air. Life is good. Hendrickson, pocket picked. His opposite number is Fitzmaurice. He'll wire one. Smith kicks out a big rebound. This one's cleared back into the Ice Dog zone. And Brent Moran just in front of the goal line to his left. He'll leave it for Vince Dunn. 5 seconds away from 13 gone. Ice Dogs 5, North Bay 2 with Chad Nelson. I'm Ted Lehman. This is game number 4. This one sent down the ice. Again, Gillard's stick tied up by Kyle Wood right at the red line. You can almost hear Marty Williamson and the rest of the coaching staff complaining that in no way should be an icing when you can't touch the puck.
Yeah, exactly. Linesman said, hey, he didn't touch it. Marty Williamson's trying to convince the referees to at least talk about it, but they don't. 6:57 to go. That's fine. Get that clock ticking again.
On the face-off, play back towards the point. Gillard's going to leave it right there. Corneal plays it out. Caron nearly picks it off. Siebenthaler will, right side, off a couple of sticks. Caron trying to muscle it in. Corneal grabs it. And we're going to get a headshot penalty to Johnny Corneal.
This is some weird officiating.
Say it. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. So the Battalion get a chance, as they have so many times here in game number 4, to get back into it via the bizarre power play.
Yeah, this has been a strange night with penalties, and here's a big penalty kill, 6:42 to go. Ice Dogs still have the 3-goal lead, but big advantage here for the Ice Dogs just to take 2 minutes off the clock.
Good roll, loose puck on the face-off. It's off a stick and gloved down by Hayden. He'll send it down the ice. Fans aren't enjoying that announcement. It's a head check penalty to Johnny Corneal. Pro Oil Change penalty kill. Go with the pros at Pro Oil Change. Corner of Niagara and Carleton Streets in St. Catherine. Hayden knocks it away. Mercer sends it back to the neutral zone. Liberati hits it on the right side from Blugis deep in his own zone towards the middle of the ice, crossing his own blue line. 6:10 to go. Minute 27 in the penalty kill. Goodrow gets there first, but Miletta's got him covered. Mercer tries to get it out cleanly. Bodies are just trying to hustle it out in front. Liberati back at the point. Blue Jays left side. Cleanly blocked by Maleta. Can you say two shorties? Maleta left side. Lines. Fires it. Smith is going to hang on. And again, we're getting a penalty. It's going to be a high sticking call. Is it going to Dylan Blue Jays?
It should. Maleta goes and yells at the one referee behind the net. He says no. But little does he know the back official made the call. So, and now the referee who didn't make the call has got a little bit of a smile going on. He just argued with Maleta that wasn't a penalty, but his partner made the call.
Well, it wasn't in his opinion, but in the majority opinion, which meant the other guy. Anyways, we got 4-on-4 hockey for the next 109, and an abbreviated Ice Dogs power play, one to the right. Vince Dunn takes it towards the point, then plays it back towards the corner. Verhage gets knocked down. Miller can't get it out. Perlini takes a bump. 3 white jerseys, 2 black jerseys. That one's going to be, what are we getting here? Are we getting a penalty to Carter Verhage? Oh, yeah. The old delay of game penalty. The new delay of game penalty in the Ontario Hockey League.
Yeah, covering his hand on the puck.
Yep. Again, we tried to discuss this and make you understand it, and we just confused ourselves in the preseason. But basically now in the OHL, the only way that you can move a puck with your hand on the ice, your fist has to be closed.
Yeah, you have to punch it. You cannot cover it. And cover up the puck is basically what you cannot do. And that's exactly what Carter Verhage did there. He actually grabbed it and put it back between his legs.
Well, 4 skaters to 3. I'll say it again. It's a Pro Oil Change penalty kill. Go with the pros at Pro Oil Change, Niagara and Carlton Streets in St. Catharines. Paul, left-hand side, trying to get around to Hayden. Nothing doing. And Mercer gets it by McIver. Back into the battalion zone. Get the math out. We're going to be even Steven at 4 skaters apiece in 33 seconds. Then we'll get a short battalion power play. Fans don't know this lovely rule. They're complaining. Paul, shot blocked by Mercer. Maleta trying to reach it. Can't. Left point. It scored loose to Miller. Right point. McIver. Left point Miller. Back door. Broken up before it gets to Nick Paul. And Mercer, what a great job. Maleta is going to backhand it by McIver. They're going to whistle it down. Somebody on the battalion bench touched that puck. In 10 seconds, we're going to get Johnny Corneal back onto the ice. 1:14 left in the delay of game call, which, by the way, was the right call. The rule's goofy. It was called correct. And in 1:01, coming out of the box will be Dylan Blue Jays. It'll be Ming on the draw. Liberati gets it. Left side for Goodrow. All this going on with 4:45 to go. Wood, backdoor Amadio. He whiffs on the shot attempt. In tight, whacks away at it. And then Mikulovic moves Amadio away. And then Goodrow, he's ushered into the corner by Brian Brosnan. Now,
Morant doesn't know where the puck is, and he doesn't want to move in case that was banged in. He's got it right there, and the referee's not even going to look upstairs. But nice play by Miranda.
Not move?
Not move.
4:40 left in the third. 1:02 in the penalty to Carter Verhage. 49 seconds in the penalty to Dylan Blue Jays. We're going to get a 13-second battalion advantage when all this is done. It's going to be Graham Knott, Barclay Goodrow, blocker side, Ice Dog zone. One back to Liberati, left point to right point. Wood nearly loses it. Right side for Goodrow. Amadio cruising out in the slot area. Now joins him in the corner. Goodrow, right side, backhands it by 2 defenders into the corner for Amadio. Dunn knocks the puck off his stick, tries to one-hand it out. Can't get it by the big defenseman Wood. Now Dunn loose behind the goaltender. Trying to backhand it over here to Knott. Knott with the puck in his midsection. Plays it back to Dunn. Dunn will go cross ice for Siebenhaler. Siebenhaler knows what to do. Cross center, get it deep. Oh, we got the old nail in the backboards behind Jake Smith. Knocking that one out in the slot. He's going to have to cover up. 4:07 to go in the third period. Game 4. Ice Dogs want the 3-1 advantage. They lead this one 5-2.
Well, after the game here, if I get the opportunity to talk with Marty Williamson, I'm going to ask him what he feels the turning point was in this game. You and I seem to have a difference of opinion. Was it the power play goal or was it the shorthanded goal?
Face off when DeFruscia tries to barge through. Perlini can't whack at a bouncing puck. Proplin's back in. Brosnan covers him into the corner now behind the net. Mikulovic keeps it away from Hendrickson. Brosnan will go back to that side from whence he came. Perlini trying to get it out. It's loose to Brian Brosnan. Brosnan Karam on the right side. DeFruscia tries to catch up. McIver trying to get a stick on it. Ice Dogs now on a penalty kill that has just come to an end. Right side Miller. Perlini gets a stick on him. Mikulovic flips it out to the right wing. DeFruscia. Verhaeghe's going to catch up. Chip it in front. Verhaeghe just barely getting a stick on it was Goodrow on a good back check. Verhaeghe's going to prevent a pass from being completed, and he'll whip it back into the Battalion zone. Fans appreciating the team effort. 3:15 left here in game number 4. Ice Dogs lead it 5-2. Long pass to nobody goes by Mercer. This one they wave off, which they should. Mercer right side for Ming, crossing his own blue line. Ming into the Battalion zone, clipped high in the air. Hayden's going to boot it and then prevent Thompson from getting any farther. Hayden right side. Shot from Ming, hung on to again, and we're going to take our final quick break of the third period. Ice Dogs lead at 5-2. You're listening to Game 4, Ice Dogs and the Battalion in St. Catharines here on 610 CKTB.
News Talk 610 CKTB. Ice Dogs Hockey. Brought to you by Joe Pettis Greek Village, where the food and hospitality of Greece comes to your table.
On the faceoff, when Paul will go to the left side, Thompson. He's kind of rubbed out along the boards by Dunn. Gets a sharp angled shot away, stopped by Moran. Right corner in Titus Blugis. Pulling up the stops, the Battalion. Defensemen are going where they've never gone before, into the rush. Left point for Liberati. Bouncing it towards the net, trying to get any kind of carom done. To the point, not out. Right side, back door. Thompson can't find McLeod on the left wing. McLeod in behind the goaltender. Siebenaller gets it away from Paul. Jenkins can't get it by Blugis. Now, here we go. Siebenaller. It's time to do a little skating. Siebenaller all by himself gets it deep as we have officially hit 18 minutes gone in the third period. Ice Dogs less than 2 away from a 3-1 series lead over the heavily favored North Bay Battalion. Brettina's going to play it out in front. It won't get there. Ice Dogs basically a man down with one D-man that's not missing his stick. Right side Fitzmaurice shoveling it out in front. Unable to deflect it by was Mikulovic. Back into the Ice Dog zone. Brosnan dealing with Henriksen. One-handed shot will hit the side of the net. 90 seconds to go. McKenzie looking for someone to pass to. Smith is still in the net for the Battalion. I would have had him out in the 5-on-3. Puck goes into the corner. Henriksen tries a little how's she going, and the Ice Dogs will tear him off the boards down the ice. Wood does the longest route to a puck in history, sells the icing. We've got just 68 seconds left here in the hockey game, and the Ice Dogs a minute and 8 away from a 3-1 series lead as they're topping the Battalion to this point with a score of 5-2. Chad Nelson's heading ringside. Marty Williamson, he's had a night and a half in this hockey game. On the face-off, one back to the left point, Liberati steps around Caron, trying to get the puck away from him. In tight for Lewis. That's swatted away. Rod Mahood makes the announcement. Fans are waiting for, and Cornell is away. Left side, Gillard. Cornell to the net. Left side, Gillard. Shot deflected over top of Jake Smith. In behind the goaltender, Bruce tries to step into Gillard. Loose to Jamie Lewis. On the right side, he'll miss everybody, including the skate of Aaron Hayden. This one's down the ice. They're going to wave off icing, again as they should. Jarvis, sharp angle shot out in front. Lewis misses the empty net low on the blocker side. Such is the night for the Battalion. Shot and they score. It'll be Kyle Wood getting it through with 29.7 seconds left. This one's all academic. Jarvis is jawing at Cody Caron. Again to Mr. Jarvis, be careful what you wish for. You simply might get it. Kyle Wood's going to get that one through. It'll be his first of the playoffs, and it'll make our final score potentially a 5-3 Ice Dogs victory. Maletta wins it. Paul's trying to carry it in. Ming, he'll get his man from behind. Played back to the goal scorer, Wood. Wood in his own zone gets it to Paul, center ice area. Right wing McLeod taken away, and Jenkins, he'll go for his skate in the last 20 seconds of the hockey game. Doesn't even bother with a pass out to Jordan Maletta. The fans are rising to their feet at the jack. We'll let them take over the broadcast at this point. Here comes the horn. Well, the big question for Marty Williamson, how nice is a late-night bus drive to North Bay? We'll get all the details on this one. Marty Williamson with Chad Nelson.
Well, Marty, how nice is this drive going to be to North Bay tonight?
Well, we got some tired boys, so I think it'll be a quiet one.
Now, that first period, both teams looked a little shaky. What was your message in the first intermission?
Well, we got to make plays and settle down. I don't know what we're looking at, but, I thought for the first half of the game we were pretty shaky, and then we settled down, started to play our kind of hockey.
Now, set a little something for Ted and I. What was the turning point? I say it was that first power play goal of the series. Ted thinks it's the shorthanded goal. What's your opinion?
Well, I thought the power play goal got us comfortable. I thought that was the one that settled us, and then the bonus was, you don't expect guys to fall down, but a 5-on-3, you expect to execute, and we did, and we got the power play goal.
Looking to clinch this one here on the road in Game 5. What's your pregame message? And do you say it tonight so the guys can think about it, or do you do it tomorrow morning?
No, we talk about a good win tonight, and we talk about getting rest, and we're worried about the message tomorrow.
Thanks a lot, Marty. Good luck tomorrow night.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Ganging up on Ted at ice level, Chad Nelson and Marty Williamson as we get ready for the postgame show. Ice Dogs win Game 4, take a 3-1 series lead. 5-3 is your final score. Our postgame show is coming up next with Chad Nelson and our producer Drew Comerford. I'm Ted Lehman on Ice Dogs Hockey for Joe Fetta's Greek Village, where the food and hospitality of Greece comes right to your table. This is Ice Dogs Hockey on 610 CKTV.
Are you tired of financially supporting someone in your family because they don't have a job or have a low-paying job? With one last investment and a call to Niagara Welding Academy, they can become a certified pipe welder in only 6 months. Your investment could be paid back within the first year with money to spare. And now, Niagara Welding Academy offers CWB certification too. Call Niagara Welding Academy at 685-8984 or drop by the school on Cushman Road, St. Catharines. Cool school, hot trade.
Auto Value Hyundai comes through again. The huge factory-authorized 5-day sale has been extended. 0% financing up to 60 months. Extended up to $11,000 in price adjustments. Extended. Got a trade? Debbie at Auto Value Hyundai is ready to give you top dollar for your trade. Don't buy anywhere else until you see Auto Value Hyundai during the factory-authorized 5-day sale. Extended to March 31st. What are you waiting for? Head to Auto Value Hyundai, Montrose and Thoroldstone Road, Niagara Falls. Open Sundays.
Time for a Niagara Ice Dogs recap. It's the postgame show on Niagara's News Talk 610 CKTV. Here's Ted Lehman.
Hey, back with Chad Nelson, who used the boss to pick on me.
I had you.
Yeah, I know. Hey, when you can double team a guy, you always get the things to go your way.
Guess what the play of the game is going to be?
Yeah. You're going to let Marty Williamson pick the game? What? Really? I mean, that's cheap. Let's get back into 61010. By the way, 61010, you can text us. You can also call us on Ice Dogs postgame, 905-688-CKTV, 2582, 1-877-610-CKTV, 2582, pound 610 on Bell Mobility. Clear up a couple of texts right away. Here we go. Wow. Hagee nails it. Woof. And there's the hashtag again, Chad. Those pesky dogs. I think our slogan right now on the back of our playoff shirts, those pesky dogs with the hashtag. Right now, it's got a 3-1 lead over 501 kilometers to go, which is the sentiment of the North Bay Battalion. And in case you're wondering, that's the drive from North Bay to London, Ontario for the Memorial Cup.
Creative. Unfortunately, it's going to take a little bit more than 501 kilometers because if they want to win this series, they're going to have to come back to Niagara once more.
Here we go. A couple texters. Can you say in your face, go Dogs, go. Let's burn them in the north. That's Judy checking in. How about Not So Heavy D, who joins us? I love this. Star number 3 goes to the guys working the penalty boxes. They were busy. And then there's, and the fourth liners are all -2. Not so heavy D. He's got his stats out faster than we do. Did you say, Drew, we had Lynn on the line? Lynn is on the line from St. Catharines. Lynn, I know you're going to be loving this postgame.
Oh, yeah. I've got my hound dog was howling all night long, and they changed the lyrics. Instead of hound dog, he's ice dog. So I'm like, you ain't nothing but an ice dog. That's as good as it's going to go for now. I've been howling all the way. I didn't change anything. So the dog, the pin, the book, the crosswords, my coffee, my jug of juice, we were good to go. We weren't going anywhere. And
yeah, I've always got the ace in the... I got the ace in the hole. If things go bad, I'll go back to church before one of the games because I worked on Sunday.
No. As long as I got my howling dog here, we're going all the way.
Yeah, listen, Lynn, I'm with you. Give me a prediction for tomorrow night in North Bay.
Oh, you would do that to me.
I know.
Oh, stinker. Okay, doggy, what do you say? Yeah, right, glare at me. Now when I want an opinion, your mouth shut. Okay, let's say, I'm going to go 4-zip.
Whoa. Okay.
I mean, hey, come on. Anybody wearing those spit-up pea green? Oh, God. Those shirts? Come on. I'm sorry, but they still look like mushy spit-up peas to me.
Okay, Lynn, you got us out to a roaring start. We love you. Thanks for calling in. I'm sure we'll hear from you tomorrow night. Lynn from St. Catharines as we check it out on the post-game show. Saying this game didn't go to script, it really got going that way early. Ice Dogs down at the 5:10 mark of the opening period. Power play very late in the man advantage, probably about 7 seconds left, and Nick Paul got his second on a pass that became a shot, and the shot got by Brent Moran, Marcus McIver, Brendan Miller, who has been probably in every game the best Brampton, only one time I did tonight, probably the best North Bay Battalion player, Brendan Miller. Kudos to him. But at 12:31, Jake Smith, he had his trials in the first, as did Brent Moran. That puck was bouncing everywhere. And finally, from Siebenoller and Graham Knott, first of the playoffs, Mitchell Fitzmaurice. Ice Dogs outshot in that opening period. The count ended up at a 16-8 mark. I guess, Chad, one of the stories is the Ice Dogs kept the battalion below 40 shots.
Yeah.
By one.
Just.
Yeah. But you'll take it as far as that. 39-26. That'll be the shot situation here on a Thursday night. Second period, where the Ice Dogs really turned this game and probably this series around. 9:07 power play. Eric Ming, he gets his second. He goes 5-hole. Brendan Perlini off the right wing, one-timer. Jake Smith makes a great stop. Power play doesn't give up, 5-on-3. They go to the left side. Ming doesn't pick a corner. He goes right between the left and the right pads of goaltender Smith. Ming gets his second from Verhage and Luke Mercer, and it's a 2-1 Ice Dogs advantage, a lead they would never relinquish. And then Dylan Blugis, and you feel bad. This is a veteran quality D-man for Stan Butler's battalion. He blows a tire on the power play, leaves the puck at his own blue line, and Jordan Maletta walks in. It's showdown time, lots of great moves. With his own man in the box, Maletta buries his second, so power play shorthanded in the period where the Ice Dogs outshot the battalion 11-10, and they skate away, even though they're down 26-19 in shots, leading at 3-1. Eric Ming gets his third of the playoffs, again, a battalion giveaway, exactly at the 4-minute mark. 4-1 hockey game when he gets his third by Jake Smith. Connor Jarvis makes us worry for a bit with 9:41 to go. He gets his second. Seemed to go off an Ice Dog stick as he got a backhander low on the glove side. Jamie Lewis, Brendan Miller again with the assist. 11:46. Carter Verhage's second restores a 3-goal Ice Dogs advantage. His second prettiest goal of the playoffs. Assist to Brendan Perlini and Anthony DeFruscia. And when it was all done but the crying with 29 and a bit to go, Kyle Wood buries his first. Ice Dogs are outshot 39-26 in the hockey game, but the only ones that count are the ones that get by the goaltenders, and the Ice Dogs are going to win this one by a 5-3 mark. Of all the games we've had so far, Chad, this goes down as the strangest of the four in this series. This was the one trying to describe, and I'll be doing it tomorrow, I'm sure, a few times on 610 CKTV, probably Tim, probably Tom. This will be the one that will be toughest to explain. Were you able to get a handle other than the fact that the Ice Dogs look like the veteran team. Can you explain anything in this game tonight?
Well, no, not really. Both teams came out real nervous. They didn't look good. Both goaltenders shaky in the first period, and you didn't know what you were going to expect. That first period finishes, not too much damage done. Second period on, Moran was sharp. Ice Dogs looked good. And really, you cannot explain how this one played out.
Yeah, it was
a real crazy one. Lots of weird penalties tonight, too.
Yeah. Referees had a big
calls.
hand in this one. And, again, credit Ice Dogs' penalty kill because, as the one texter mentioned, wanted to give one of the stars to the guys in the penalty box because they probably have carpal tunnel syndrome from opening the Ice Dogs' door so much. Here we go. Got a couple more texts to come in. What's with the referees? Did one of their nephews play for North Bay? Eric Ming has got to be one of the best OA bargain bin pickups ever by the Ice Dogs. 30-plus goals. Mr. Clutch in the playoffs. What a game. Carl from Niagara Falls, who, of course, is hashtagging pesky dogs. And this is probably the biggest text we've gotten so far. This is a hot flash right now. Go Dogs, go. Congrats to Catherine McKnight and Clayton Summers on their marriage on March 13th. Hockey is, hockey's just a 60-minute event.
Congratulations.
Marriage sometimes is forever. So we want
sometimes.
Yeah, that's exactly why. Listen, hey, I'm from a 50-50 family, so talk to me. Here with Chad Nelson, I'm Ted Lehman. Drew Comerford is our producer. Off to break, but reminding you, 610 CKTB. You can text us at 61010. Use the phone number 905-688-2582 CKTB 1-877-610 CKTB pound 610 Bell Mobility. Back with more of the postgame show. 5-3 Ice Dogs. Game 4 win over the Battalion. This is 610 CKTB.
You've promised yourself that this is the year to get your weight back on track. You can do it with Carlton Heights PharmaSave. Ideal Protein is a medically based weight loss program designed to help those with diabetes, high cholesterol, obesity, or high blood pressure. This personalized program combines over 60 prepared gourmet foods with your own food and one-on-one support. Available at Carlton Heights PharmaSave across from the Mandarin in St. Catharines. Online at pharmasave.ca.
Are you thinking of a custom-built home? What rooms go where? How long will it take? What about maintenance and utilities? I'm Dan Durstein of John Bolt Builders. You will have peace of mind with our 15-year quality price and completion guarantee. You are protected from structural defects and price changes. Read all about it, plus our money back, on time, every time guarantee. Go to johnboltbuilders.com. That's Bolt, B-O-L-D-T.
Niagara Ice Dogs Hockey on Niagara's one voice for Niagara. News Talk 610 CKTB presents the 3 Stars.
Hey, 2014 text is king from our local area. Awesome night, boys. Great job. That's from Deb in St. Catharines. Another one locally came in a couple of minutes ago. Moran, Moletta, Mercer. I sense a 3M theme. What a team and players we are developing. That's from Usher Louie. Ice Dogs win this one 5-3. And what do we do again, Chad? We talk about a team effort and start throwing all kinds of names around. Because going into tomorrow night's Game 5, you're hard-pressed to pick the number of times you saw a fourth line for the Battalion. Marty Williamson still got all kinds of great work from all 4 of his units tonight.
Well, yeah, he did. Again, all 4 lines were used throughout the entire game. And you know what? That's maybe it's the depth that's beating the Battalion here so far in this series.
Well, you know what? It's amazing. Youth be served. Players have been allowed to make some mistakes. Veterans have been there. I mean, Eric Ming, Luke Mercer, Moletta, the names you were just tossed out there, and Brent Moran. You know, when your goalie's doing that, you can really withstand any kind of youthful mistakes that are going to happen, even in the playoffs.
Yeah, for sure. Moran has really covered up a lot of, well, not a lot, that there's been a ton of mistakes, but if there have been mistakes, Moran's been sharp here in these last really 3.5 games and has covered up for a lot.
You know, we've talked about it. Fans don't talk about it enough. I think the difference from a Game 1 win, which happened last Friday in North Bay, to Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday wins for the Ice Dogs, it's that little X factor we haven't talked enough about. Face-offs. They got blown away in the face-off dot in game number 1. Verhaeghe, Knott, of course, Jordan Maletta. They're going out there right now, and they're winning draw after Johnny Corneal, draw after draw after draw. And Marty Williamson said during one of our pregame talks, game's a heck of a lot easier to play when you start with the puck.
Yeah, for sure it is. And we talked about Maletta all year round at being so strong in the face-off circle, and it's just continued right into the playoffs, and now some of the other players are starting to feed off of it.
Hey, more texting coming in. No matter what happens the rest of this series or the year, the pesky Dogs have set the bar very high for themselves after tonight's performance. Things look great for the future, and that one comes in. Couldn't agree more. Tim from St. Catharines.
Yeah, I agree. Again, we talked about in the pregame, everything now is such a huge learning experience for this young team moving forward, and it's a sign of great things to come in the future.
People don't understand the learning curve sometimes as well. These guys just about all of them get drafted at a minor midget, and they are the best offensive players virtually on their teams, and then they come here and they get introduced to this little thing called defense, and you got to play 200-foot hockey game, and basically, being able to do that is just incredible. Put this into perspective. Imagine if we had 2 more overagers. This team has already far exceeded my expectations. Carl from Niagara Falls. Hey, we got Lynn from St. Catharines. We got to get Barry on the phone. Hey, Barry, welcome to the postgame show.
Hey, thanks, Ted and Chad. First of all, it's playoff hockey. When you go back to your car, and the car's not freezing, it's like, hey, man, it's good news. It's finally warming up out here.
Thanks for the heads up.
What's that?
I said thanks for the heads up on the warm car. That's great news.
Yeah, well, anyways, before I talk about tonight's game, listen, one thing, whenever the opposing team scores, the fans always go, who cares, right?
Yep.
Okay, well, I got a little Ice Dog theme song here before I talk about tonight's game. I wondered if I can premiere it tonight on the post-game show.
Oh, no, please. Our show is your show, Barry.
Can I do it?
No, please go ahead.
We are the Ice Dog fans of Jack. Rough, 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 rough. We love to cheer our Ice Dogs on. Rough, 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 rough. With a rough, rough here and a rough, rough there. Here a rough, there a rough. Everywhere a rough, rough. Bark, bark here and a bark, bark there. Here a bark, there a bark. Everywhere a bark, bark. We are the Ice Dog fans of Jack. Rough, 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 rough. And that's it.
I got news for you. Barry from St. Catharines, thanks for the call. That, I swear, Barry, you got to note that one. Producer Drew Comerford, that could be $100 money where your mouth is call. We got to save that one for Tim Dennis, especially tomorrow, and Tom McConnell through the midday. As we get to our 3 stars, Chad, you got to follow that now.
Well, I give Barry the 1st star.
Talk to me about the 3rd star. Rough, 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 rough.
It's going to be Jordan Maletta picking up a huge short-handed goal again today. Breakaway from his own blue line, goes in, makes a beautiful move.
The second best play of the game.
The second best play of the game is according to myself and, of course, Marty Williamson. And that's his 2nd goal of the playoffs.
Let's talk about star number 2.
I give it to Brent Moran. 36 saves here tonight. Spectacular in the last 40 minutes of the game. He was just okay in the first 20 minutes.
No, he was frightening.
Yeah, he was scary.
Yeah, that first period, I think his mom and dad, they're great folks, I'm sure. Dad has no more gray hair to get. And, I think Mom developed a couple today, but congrats. 2nd star, Brent Moran. I think I know where you're going with star number 1.
Yeah, he had an amazing game and picked up 2 goals here again tonight. Beautiful power play goal and a nice one. Forehand, backhand, top shelf in the 3rd period there to solidify the win. So Eric Mang, our 1st star of the game.
So Maletta is 3. It's Brent Moran, number 2. And it's Aaron Mang. Well, there we go with the M's doing it tonight. Eric Mang gets a 1st star. We got to clear up some texting here. Long bus ride home. That one just came in, yeah. Great job by the Dogs. Keep it up. I missed the games, but not the weather. See you in round 2, Paul Martin. A couple more texts. Bong to Barry. How about, yikes, that was rough. Continuing, Barry, hope you aren't driving tonight. Now, hang on a second. Yay, Barry, very brave. That came in. Here we go. I'm just surprised he didn't say whatever. Okay. Great song, Barry. Okay. Now you got to follow that. Okay. So we get through the 3 stars, and we're going to talk about our hot dog of the game.
It's going to be Carter Verhaeghe. Solid game. He was involved in this one every which way. Nice goal, a nice assist, and also 4 minutes and weird penalties.
Yeah. And he kept us cool.
He did. He just goes to the box in disbelief. He doesn't argue much. He doesn't say too much. Doesn't get himself into trouble with the referees. But he gets another holding call, another strange holding call tonight. And then that weird delay of game penalty where he covers his hand on the puck and slides it between his legs. And that's a no-no here in the
Pretty heady work from him because Thompson tried to take his head off in game number 1. Yeah. You saw what the MO was going to be. He just didn't let it get him down. And he's played some great hockey for the Ice Dogs. So just a great choice in this one. Ice Dogs 5, North Bay 3. This is a 3-1 series advantage. Ice Dogs can wrap it up tomorrow night, right in enemy territory. 7 o'clock pregame. 7:30 we'll get things going at the North Bay Memorial Gardens. First time in 12 years they've had playoffs in that building. Ice Dogs hope to spoil the party tomorrow night. This is Ice Dogs postgame. For Joe Fetta's Greek Village, where the food and hospitality of Greece comes to your table, Lake Street in St. Catharines. This is 610 CKTB.
Most of all.
Chevrolet is fueled up with 0% on our most fuel-efficient lineup ever. Like Cruise Eco, better highway fuel efficiency than Civic, Focus, and Elantra. Or Equinox, with better highway fuel consumption than Escape, RAV4, and CRV. If you drive one home today, you can get a gas card and 2 years complimentary oil changes. Plus, lease or finance rates as low as 0%, but only until March 31st at your Chevrolet dealer. OAC, see dealer or OntarioChevroletDealers.ca for details.
Think about how many fires you burned in your wood-burning fireplace this past winter. Now think about all that buildup in your chimney from those fires. Don't wait until fall. Have your chimney swept now by Stanford Home Hardware and Fireplace. They'll clean and inspect your chimney and make any recommendations needed. If you need repairs, you'll have the spring and summer to get it done. Call Stanford Home Hardware and Fireplace today at 905-356-2922. Town and Country Plaza, Portage Road, Niagara Falls.
You're listening to Niagara Ice Dogs Hockey, only on the one voice for Niagara. News Talk 610 CKTB.
Hey, back with Chad Nelson. Drew Comerford's our producer. I'm Ted Lehman. It's going to be, well, Marty Williams had said quiet because there's a lot of tired players, but happy quiet bus ride.
But it's going to be even quieter on the North Bay bus, though.
Oh,
and that 4.5 hours is going to feel like 8.5.
Yeah, more from the texters. Jim Fannin checks in. Barry, please stop. Great fan, horrible attempt at a song. Now, Jim Fannin,
come on.
I don't think Jim's being fair. Every Sunday, 12 noon, Jim Fannin show, he features live music. I think, Jim, the challenge is out there. Barry should be on there providing local music on a future Jim Fannin show. I think this is what the people of St. Catharines, Niagara Falls, Fort Erie, I think this is what they're waiting for. I think Barry is an art form that's waiting to explode.
You know what? If the Ice Dogs win tomorrow night and there's no Ice Dogs game on Sunday, that will be the Ice Dogs touch to Jim's show on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, there's his bumpers for his show. Time for the great move of the game. We know what it is because Marty said so. For Michelle Atherton of Royal LePage Niagara Real Estate Center, 289-929-8594 or Michelle Atherton at RoyalLePage.ca.
Well, it was that power play goal in the second period. Again, Ice Dogs, nice chance moving it around, getting it down to Perlini on the right side. A great shot, but a real nice save. Nice anticipation by Jake Smith to make the save. Ice Dogs are persistent. Get it back to the point. Over to Mercer. Down to Verhage. Verhage on the left side to Ming. And Ming, quick one-timer, beats Jake Smith through the 5-hole. First power play goal of the playoffs here for the Ice Dogs. And the Ice Dogs, again, that was such a pivotal point. Our part of their regular season was a strong power play, so it's good to see them finally breaking that goose egg here in Game 4.
We wonder which goaltender was going to blink. Both of them shaky in the first. I think that's Jake Smith blinking. He made a great save. You can't let that through the 5-hole, so I'm going to have some fun. Does Brendan O'Neill get his first action coming up tomorrow night for the battalion?
I don't know. I don't think Jake Smith blew this one. I don't think he's the reason why they lost, but they need to do something to shake it up.
Hey, yeah, if you're Stan Butler, throw the names in a hat and do whatever you got to do.
He really only made the one lineup change, moving Nick Paul to that second line, bringing Amadio up with Thompson and Barclay Goodrow, and that was the only change that I saw him make. And
well, no, you forgot the other change. I didn't get to talk to assistant coach Ryan Houlihan tonight.
Right.
I got assistant coach John Goodwin. And
that backfired.
Yeah, running gag was Stan Butler might have to talk to me tomorrow night. that if we they didn't get the victory.
That won't happen.
No. That's our great move of the game. It's for Michelle Atherton of Royal LePage, Niagara Real Estate Center, 289-929-8594, or Michelle Atherton at royallepage.ca. The texts just keep on coming. We need a fight song, but not that one. And that comes from Barbara Will. Barbara Will is, by the way, one of the great haircut artists in history. If you get a chance, check out Barbara Will. He's great. And a super Ice Dogs fan. The only Ice Dogs fan I know who ever ended up in Scotiabank jail. So thanks for Barbara Will for checking in. Let's talk about the save of the game.
Well, for me, it's early in that second period. Ice Dogs on the power play. A big 3.5 minutes to start that second period. And Barclay Goodrow gets a nice bounce pass off the boards from Brendan Miller. Barclay Goodrow goes in all alone from the Ice Dogs blue line, and he goes backhand, forehand, and then tries to catch Moran going and tries to slip it in the left side, but Moran kicks out that pad, makes a real big save to start that second period, and basically the Ice Dogs fed from that momentum of that big save, and it was all uphill there for the Brampton North Bay Battalion.
As we were good tonight, by the way. You had one Brampton, I had one Brampton. Biggest shock I've got as I talk about what was the hit of the game is I'm shocked that the battalion forwards haven't tried to run the Ice Dogs, and especially some of the D-men, out of the building. I'm shocked that they haven't gotten after them and tried to inflict as much physical pain as possible, maybe even take a couple of penalties, not like tonight, to try and intimidate. As we talk about the hit of the game, you can comment on that.
Well, you're right. I think they need to do something to change the game plan, and small rink, you figured they got some big forwards and they'd be able to do that, but so far they haven't been able to do it. So Dunn and Stephen Aller are elusive. Maybe they're not going after Aaron Hayden. They're not sure what type of response he'll give. But for me tonight, hit of the game, came in that first period. Anthony DeFrugia right in front of the penalty box is absolutely blasted McLeod. Good bone-jarring, glass-shaking hit by Anthony DeFrugia. And not a ton of physicality in this one, but that was one of the biggest hits of the night.
5-3 the final score. The only thing left to talk about is who started their holidays tonight as we peek through the window on the OHL. That is next. Ice Dogs lead the series 3-1 over the Battalion. With Chad Nelson, I'm Ted Lehman. Ice Dogs hockey is on 610 CKTV.
At Rins Furniture, special treatment isn't reserved for preferred clientele. It's everyday service enjoyed by every customer.
Hi, this is Rin, inviting you to experience real hometown service. We believe every customer deserves our lowest price guarantee. Find a better price, and we'll beat it. At Rins, every customer feels like someone special. We appreciate your business.
Rins Furniture, Mattress, and Hometown Sears stores. 3770 Montrose Road, Niagara Falls in the Mount Carmel Plaza, and 4548 Ontario Street in Beamsville.
What's that? It's spring, and it sounds good. But if your first sound of spring is, you need to call Larry's Rental. From oil changes and blade sharpening to complete overhauls, trust Larry's Rental for all types of repairs, maintenance, and purchase advice on Aaron's, Gravely, or Echo power equipment. Sound good? Larry's Rental, 240 Ontario Street, St. Catharines, and larrysrental.com, placing experience in your hands.
News Talk 610 CKTB, Ice Dogs hockey, and the latest from around the league. Window on the OHL.
Hey, as promised, we check out which seasons came to an end tonight. Ice Dogs have the 3-1 advantage after winning on home ice at the Jack 5-3. Sudbury is going to hang on. They got a 2-1 40-minute lead. Carrick in the first, DeRoche in the second, Zach Hall in the middle period. Two of those goals, one for each team on the power play. But Sudbury staves off elimination. They're heading back to Barrie for game number 5. Still, it's the Colts leading at 3-1. Windsor puts in a big third period effort. Austin scores in the first, Smith in the second. Johnson replies for Windsor. Third period, goals for Max Domi and Bo Horvat. Pavarozniak makes it a 4-2 hockey game. 19-22, Foss makes it 4-3. Windsor no closer. Their season comes to an end. And they're going to lose the series in 4 straight games. This one, though, Windsor, a pride factor for the team from the Motor City to the west, but they will lose it 4-3. And I just thought I'd check. Yep. Alex Fotinos, the starting goalie, and Brendan Johnston was the backup. That's probably the hope for the battalion. They got to hope Brent Moran goes Kuchermy. Other games, it's a final. Peterborough hangs on. 3-1 the final score. They get one in the second from Lawrence. McDonald and Garlett in the third. Greenaway in the third period early to spoil the shutout on the power play. But Peterborough plays on, still trailing that best of 7, 3-1. Power play goal for Michael Curtis, 2:57 into overtime. Saginaw's season is over. They lose the series in 5 to the Spirit. Final score is 3-2. And they're going to overtime again, this time in Mississauga. 3-3 in extra time. 2 Oshawa power play goals are the difference. We're headed to North Bay. We're headed to game number 5 with Chad Nelson. The action begins, and it'll get going with the pregame show at 7 o'clock. And then the puck drops at 7:30. Before I close this one out, I've got my Scotiabank letter of banishment framed on the wall of the shop. Thanks, Ted. That's from Barbara Will. I got a nickname, Anton de Bruiser, shades of, there you go, of, the Eliminator. And thank you to CKTB and Tom McConnell, his show, for the complimentary tickets. I took my 3 boys, had a great time. Even more, Verhage is the real deal. That was so nice to watch him here in our backyard. Again, thanks for the tickets. Tonight was a great night. 5-3, Ice Dogs beat the Battalion, lead the series 3-1. Thanks to Chad Nelson, Drew Comerford, our producer, and thanks to executive producers Bob Harris and Tim Parrott of Bell Media. I'm Ted Lehman on Ice Dogs Hockey for Joe Fetta's Greek Village, where the food and hospitality of Greece comes to your table. Lake Street in St. Catharines. Thanks for listening to 610 CKTV.
That's a wrap, people.
You've been listening to Niagara Ice Dogs Hockey, only on the one voice for Niagara, News Talk 610 CKTB. Thanks for joining us, and stay with CKTB all season long as the Ice Dogs do battle with the best the OHL has to offer. The Niagara Ice Dogs and News Talk 610 CKTB, a winning team.